There are a lot of little things that go into a big win. A big bat coming off the bench late to ignite a rally. A player with speed who comes off the bench and can score from first base on an extra base hit. And it never hurts when the newest bird earns his wings late in the game. But the comeback isn't complete unless you close the door on the opposition. Can the Orioles do it over again today? We'll find out next. It's the O's and Brewers from Milwaukee, right here on MASN. It's the Orioles on MASN tonight from Miller Park in Milwaukee. It's the Orioles and Brewers Interleague Baseball. Tonight it's Game 2 in this 3-game series. And hi, everyone. I'm Jim Hunter. Mike Bordick in a moment. The Orioles are riding high after the thrilling come-from-behind extra-inning win yesterday. A game so exciting, Buck Showalter said he had trouble sleeping last night. And the Orioles did it in the most unusual fashion, coming back down by 2 in the 9th inning to tie, and then winning in extra innings. And what a rare feat it was, although it's already the Orioles' 3rd win this year with 2 outs and nobody on in the 9th inning or later to come back and win a game. That is tied for most in Major League Baseball. 3 of the 7 runs yesterday came in with 2 down. That is clutch. 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position. And on the year now, the Orioles are riding these big wins. 5-1 in extra innings. 2nd best winning percentage in Major League Baseball. And, of course, the Orioles remain the best team with runners in scoring position, batting at .284. And Mike Bordick, yes, it's only 1 game. You still have to come out and play today. But the confidence of this team after that win is riding high.
Well, it sure is. And really, this is what they've done all year. Great record in extra inning ball games. And they just don't give up. I'll tell you what, close ball games, they are never out of it. And I think it's something that Buck Showalter has really instilled in this team. It's the character they have now. It is a winning baseball team. Jonathan Scope comes up, hits his 2nd home run of the ball game, a solo shot off the closer. Then Nick Markakis comes through the big 2-out hit, a gapper scoring David Lowe all the way from first base. I mean, clutch hits all the way through this ball game. Here it is, the extra inning part. J.J. Hardy, who has been red hot, smokes a double to left field. Nick Hundley, the newest Oriole, his first game, drives him in with a big clutch single to take the lead. I mean, they just never give up. That's what this team is all about and what they have been about the last 3 years. 2012, 16-4 in extra inning ball games, really kind of set the table, really turned the tide for them as far as learning how to win in late games. Last year they were a winning team as well, so it's all about that winning attitude, never giving up, never giving at bats away, and they proved it again last night.
Well, J.J. Hardy got the double in the 10th to get into scoring position. He scored the winning run. Now J.J. may not be hitting home runs, but he's doing everything else.
He sure is. You know, off to a slow start March and April, had some injuries that really set him back, but the end of the month of April he picked it up. You see the numbers there, March and April, 242, 2 doubles, 5 RBIs, but in May he was starting to get healthy again. 344, 8 doubles, 8 RBIs, and this season he is one of the best shortstops in the game. And back-to-back Gold Glove winners, picking up right where he's left off. .995 fielding percentage, 22 straight games without an error. Mr. Consistency in the field right here, showing his range far up the middle. That great athleticism, so steady out there, and offensively has been picking it up. Red hot, riding an 8-game hitting streak, hitting well over 400 here recently. Great play in last night's ball game, jumping up to rob Mark Reynolds. Double play to get out of a big jam. And once again, coming up with a big hit, driving that ball over the reach of Davis's glove. I mean, he's picking it up. He's staying consistent with the glove. I mentioned 2-time Gold Glove winner. Last year, the Silver Slugger Award offensively. His bat is starting to heat up. I think why he's been so quiet, why people haven't noticed, he hasn't hit the home runs this season. But they are about to come on because his swing is looking right now.
So tonight it's Game 2 in the 3-game series as the Orioles look for the win to assure a series win. And up next, Mike Bordick will visit with Manny Machado. Southwest Airlines. Find Southwest Airlines fares online only at southwest.com. And by 5 Hour Energy. 5 Hour Energy recognizes those who, despite their own needs, put others first. Well, the roof is closed here at Miller Park. Rain outside, and Manny Machado's back in the lineup. He is heating up, and Mike Bordick sat down with Manny and asked him about his ups and downs in his brief big league career.
It was all great. Since the year I got called up, 2012, finally putting on an Orioles uniform, being a big leaguer, and enjoying that great season that we had, and then to follow on with the following year, have great success on the defensive side as well as the offensive and all-star game, and tip it off with the Gold Glove and platinum awards were great, and obviously came the injury, and it was a tough moment once it happened, and some tough situations, and first time in my life I had to make a big decision that would impact my life and my baseball career. But it was a long journey, to finally get back up here in 2014 after missing a month and, 6-7 months out of surgery. It's been great. It's been a long process, but, overall it's been, fun road to go by.
Quite an experience, I'm sure, but does it take a while for you to get the rhythm and timing back, both offensively and defensively, if you're not playing for so long?
Oh, definitely. This is basically the end of my spring training. Right when things start clicking, it takes a little bit after being out for so long. Not just going out there and being able to play, but just getting those fast twitch muscles and getting yourself back into game routines that you go through on a daily basis.
So I think you've been pretty fortunate here to be playing alongside one of your former minor league teammates, Jonathan Schoop. I'm sure when you guys came up through, you both had dreams talking about making it to the big leagues together. Well, here it is, a reality. How has that been going for you?
It's been great. Me and Scopey go a long way back. It's been fun playing with him, alongside by him. For all those years, and not to be up here, in the highest level that there is in an Orioles uniform together that we've came up. It's been fun to watch, and we go back a long while, and it's been fun watching him play and seeing how he's doing his business as well as everybody else on this team.
Well, this team is full of great veterans that have experienced so much, really. Adam Jones, J.J. Hardy, Matt Wieters. But this offseason, the Orioles acquired Nelson Cruz, and it seems like both you and Jonathan Schoop have really taken to him. Somebody kind of a father figure almost, because he's experienced so much in the game. You and him have a very similar approach, a setup at the plate. Does he help you with that at all?
Definitely. We kind of have the same approach going up there and kind of the same stance. I can see there's a lot of similarities to it. It's kind of, once when he was with Texas, I saw how he was hitting, and then now he's in an Orioles uniform. So it's it's great to have a guy like that, a leader and a person that really works hard and has a good work ethic, and so to have him alongside, it's something that you try to pick his brain as much as you can. He's had great success at the plate and great success as a team player. So it's been fun having him on our team, and it's something that we definitely needed.
Well, it's great to see Manny back getting his rhythm and timing, riding a 9-game hitting streak right now, looking more and more comfortable as each day goes by.
So the Orioles and the Brewers here, game 2 in this 3-game series. Here's our Train game time temperature. Visit trainsearch.com to find your local Train comfort specialist dealer. It's hard to stop a train, really hard. Well, outside it is 54 degrees, it is raining, and the roof is closed. Here's the Orioles starting lineup, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find Southwest Airlines fares online only at southwest.com. Markakis, Machado, Jones, Davis, Cruz, Hardy, Hundley, Schoop, and Chen. And Jonathan, of course, yesterday 3 out of 5 with a couple of home runs.
And here's a look at Matt Garza's pitch arsenal this season. 66% fastball. So is that fastball, 90 to 94 miles an hour. Here's a look at his starts. 10 starts, 2 and 4. A little inconsistent, 4.92 earned run average this season. But he's pitched much better here at home, riding a 3.55 earned run average. Much better strikeout to walk ratio, 29 strikeouts and 9 walks here at home.
And Markakis, first ball swinging, fouls it off. Look at 295. He was 2 for 5 with the RBI that tied the game in the 9th after going hitless in the prior 2 games. It doesn't take Markakis long to get back on the hitting the baseball and getting his base hits.
Well, he has such a consistent swing path. And he doesn't falter, doesn't try to change too much right now anyway, because he's been so consistent this season.
Markakis, 1,431 hits. That's 8th all-time in Orioles history. He is now chasing Brian Roberts, who is 7th at 1,452.
Well, Matt Garza is a familiar foe. He's actually faced the Orioles 12 times. Hasn't faced them since 2010, though, and he's had great success. 9-1 in his 12 starts with a 3.03 earned run average. So the Orioles will be tested here, even though he has been inconsistent. Garza remembers the success that he's had.
Yeah, that start, September 3rd of 2010 with Tampa Bay. Garza beat the Orioles that day, and Markakis, who's at the plate, is the only current active Oriole who played in that game. The 1-2 pitch is hit slowly past the mound. There's Ricky Weeks, the second baseman, and he gets it to first just in time to get Markakis and one away.
And here's a look at the Brewers defense behind Garza this evening. Davis over in left field, Gomez in center, Ryan Braun in right, Segura and Weeks up the middle with Mark Reynolds and LaCroix on the corners. Maldonado getting the start at catcher.
Here is Manny Machado, Mike's pregame guest. You infielders, you're in like a club. He sits down with you. He's very comfortable.
Right.
Tells you all the secrets.
Well, I think Manny's pretty comfortable. This team is made up of some real good character guys, and of course they all love Manny, everything he's done here the last couple of years for the Orioles. But I think he's comfortable because he's got somebody that came up through the minor leagues with, and Jonathan Scope he mentioned. But talk about his relationship with Nelson Cruz. I mean, they get along like old-time friends, and just a great mentor to have. Some quality veterans on this team to lead these younger stars.
And Manny can still remind Jonathan that Jonathan is a year older than Manny. And a weak ground ball hit to the right side. Ricky Weeks, Garza gets over to cover and gets there just ahead of Machado and kept the foot on the bag. So 2 balls sawed off by the first 2 hitters and 2 ground ball outs.
Yeah, some pretty good movement on his fastball. Not quite the same velocity, but still getting that movement in to jam Machado, and you see Garza over there to cover. Not the best fielding pitcher in the game, and at times can get rattled, but able to keep his concentration in that right foot on the base.
Well, Garza now 30 years old in his 9th season out of Fresno, California. And he will face Adam Jones. And Adam, of course, red hot at the moment. That batting average just below 298.
Yeah, Adam picked up where he has left off in each of the last 5 games. 5-game hit streak, 435 average, a couple RBIs, and 3 doubles, driving that ball for a triple into the right center gap. Seeing the ball well. He's reached base 20 consecutive games in a row.
Adam in his last 20 games, 5 home runs and 14 RBIs. Solid run producer in the middle of the lineup. Good breaking ball. And it's 0-2. Now here are the hitters in the lineup with some success against Garza in their careers.
Yeah, Adam Jones 8 for 21, a couple home runs and the 3 RBIs. Nick Hundley, not a big sample size, but 2 for 6, 333. And Delman Young, who came up with a big pinch hit last night, is 2 for 5 with a couple singles and an RBI.
And Garza gets ahead 0-2. And Adam went too far, says DJ Rayburn, and Adam does not like the call. Throws the helmet, throws the bat, and he has just been fined as the umpire points to it. And here's Buck Showalter to protect his player. And Adam better be careful or he'll be ejected. Adam felt he checked. The umpire did not ask for an appeal, and the Orioles go 3 up, 3 down in the first. Milwaukee coming to bat in the bottom of the first. Erie, Maryland, all part of Birdland. We appreciate your support. And thanks so much for joining us here from Milwaukee. On a lovely Main Street there. Let's get a look at the Brewers lineup for tonight. Segura, Braun, and Lucroy with Gomez, Weeks, and Davis. Reynolds, Maldonado, and Garza. Chris Davis on a 5-game hitting streak, including a couple of home runs.
And here's a look at Wei and Chen's pitch arsenal this season. 65% fastballs, mixing in that breaking ball, a slider, and occasional curve 21% of the time. And the changeup at 14%. Well, he's going to have his work cut out for him tonight. A lot of righties up there, even though lefties have more success off Wei and Chen. But a 5-2 record, 4.08 earned run average, 34 strikeouts with 10 base on balls. And there you see it. Lefties hitting .383, and the righties down to .273. But this is a loaded right-handed lineup tonight for Chen.
Gene Segura leads off. First ball swings and fouls it off. And Ron Renneke, of course, knows his players better than us. But a little surprising to see the struggles Chen has had against lefties. And every batter in Milwaukee's lineup is right-handed.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, I think Wei and Chen's happy about that. For Wei and Chen to have success. And there's a look at Ron Renneke over there, and he does know his hitters, and there are some powerhouse right-handed hitters, but Wei and Chen has got to do just what he did there, pitch in effectively with his fastball. It's okay to miss inside. Don't be afraid to throw in there. That might open up the outside corner for him.
And a tapper foul back of the plate. Well, Chen coming off a no decision last Thursday against the Indians. He did pitch into the 7th inning. And was charged with 5 runs on 8 hits.
Yeah, defense kind of let him down in that last start. He has been pitching pretty well. Actually, he's pitched into the 7th in 3 of his last 5 outings, and that last start was really the first time he's given up 5 runs. He's been consistently giving up 2 or less.
Well, it's a soft line drive and a base hit for Segura leading off here in the first. Leadoff runner for Milwaukee.
And here's a look at the Orioles defense, brought to you by Chevrolet. The red hot outfield, and Cruz, Jones, and Markakis. Hardy and Scope once again up the middle with Machado and Chris Davis back at first base after the birth of his daughter. And Hundley getting his 2nd consecutive start for the Orioles.
Chris and Jill named their daughter Elizabeth. We're told they're going to call her Ella. And he was sharing pictures with all the reporters in the clubhouse before the game. That is probably the best moment in your life when you become a parent.
Sure is. Yeah, it's great for Chris. Going to be a great father. He's a great teammate. And certainly going to be a great dad to his new daughter.
I mean, you've experienced that, what, 17 times? So you know what we're talking about.
Come on.
Here's Ryan Braun, and he'll take a strike.
I have 6, but it was so good, I'm sure we wouldn't mind having more.
Well, it changes your life. There's no doubt about it. It changes your life for all the good reasons.
Yep.
So congratulations to Chris and Jill and little Elizabeth, or Ella, Davis. Braun in the number 2 spot. Ron Renneke has been tinkering with his lineup as of late. And a base hit in the right field. So Braun just goes with it. Segura thinks about going to third, but pulls up. So back-to-back singles to begin the first off Chen.
Well, Braun really good at using or hitting with that outside third. There was a fastball away. He stayed on it. Lucky to just give up a single there. Braun certainly big-time power potential, but has yet to hit a home run this season here at Miller Park.
And here is the red-hot Jonathan Lucroy, who's in the number 3 spot. Lucroy at .330. That is 4th best in the National League. He is tied for 10th in base hits with 59, and he's got 19 multi-hit games. And Chen in a jam here, 1st and 2nd, and nobody out.
You see Wei and Chen, 1st inning runs, 2 allowed, just 2 earned in 9 starts this season. So he has been pretty good in the early part of ball games. But right now, we're back against the wall. A couple runners on and no outs.
And he'll get ahead of Lucroy, who takes nothing in 1. Chen in search of his 6th victory. Dave Wallace looking on. Breaking ball And a called strike, and it's 0-2.
And a good pitch right there from Wei-Yin Chen. I see him wanting to establish his fastball, which is kind of his trademark, but mixing the off-speed pitches early. Show that you can throw them for strikes early in the ballgame, and you're going to get more chases out of the zone as the game progresses.
So ahead of Lucroy, 0-2. Lucroy is a good contact hitter, does not strike out a lot. And then a bouncer foul down the third base side.
We'll take a look at the highest opponent batting average this season. Wei-Yin Chen at 304. He's on that list. Clay Buchholz struggling this season at 339. Velasco 322. Ross Jr. at 310. Correa from Minnesota. A couple Minnesota Twins pitchers on there at 306. And Wei-Yin Chen, he needs to bring that down a little bit. He has been aided by a lot of Orioles run support. Offense heats up when he's on the mound. He'd like to lower that.
0-2, called strike 3, and Lucroy knew it. He must have been looking off speed. He just walked away with a bat on the shoulder, and a big out for Chen and one away.
Yeah, beautiful fastball here. A couple back-to-back breaking balls, and he just dots that fastball at 93 miles an hour right on the inside corner. Corey can't even pull the trigger, not even a flinch there.
But Chen picks up the K. You know, you talk about all those base hits, Mike, as Carlos Gomez comes up. Gomez now batting in this cleanup spot for a 5th consecutive game. And you see he's got good numbers on the year. Chen is averaging 11 hits per 9 innings, but he's below 2 walks per game. So the base runners per 9 innings is right about where it should be.
Sure. Well, he's been aggressive in the zone. Actually, his last start, he didn't even give up a walk. He did give up 5 runs. So, you know, command's been good. He's making a couple mistakes. It's nice to see him being able to pitch in there. That big strikeout to Lucroy. Nice fastball in. That's really how he's going to have success against all these righties. Prove he can throw it in there.
Gomez on a tear of the last 10 games. One another count, first and second, one down. High fly, deep left field. He hung a curveball, and that ball's going to go. A 3-run home run for Carlos Gomez, and the Brewers break out on top.
That's his 11th home run this season. He took advantage of a mistake here. That breaking ball just hovering over the middle of the plate. And he does not get cheated. He gets 3 chances to swing as hard as he can. And he didn't miss that one. Driving out into the Orioles bullpen. And that's the Brewers bullpen.
It's only the 5th home run that Chen has allowed, and this is 10th start. So generally he keeps the ball in the ballpark. And as pitching coaches will tell you, it's not the home run that hurts, it's the 2 base hits ahead of the home run that hurts. Ricky Weeks getting a start at second base. And he'll take a strike. Weeks no longer the everyday second baseman for Milwaukee. Scooter Gennett getting a lot of starts. Foul back on an aggressive cut, and it's 0-2.
Well, Hundley setting up in again for the fastball, but Chen left that one out over the plate. You get ahead, you want to try to work it in a little bit more. We got to kind of force the issue there. Don't be afraid. Challenge him in there. If you miss off the plate, that's fine.
And the breaking ball bounces in, so 1-2 on Weeks. Wei-Yin Chen making his 8th career start in interleague games. He was 3-4 so far. And trails here 3-0 in the first. And he bounces that one as well. 2-2 on Weeks.
No overcorrecting after hanging the breaking ball to Gomez, spiking a couple. It's okay getting ahead and then trying to induce a swing down in the dirt, but back to back, that one he held on to a little bit longer.
From 0-2 to 2-2. And he got him. Another good fastball there and good location. Second strikeout in the inning and 2 men down.
Oh, it sure was. I mean, some real good pitches in this at bat. Take a look at the pitch track. That fastball's off the plate in. But good velocity, good pitch, making hitters aware of that inside corner. And he gets the swing and miss in the second out.
And here is the other Chris Davis. Chris with a K. They had a big day yesterday. 4 for 4 plus a walk.
Yeah, he's been heating up the power too. 3 home runs in his last 7 games.
I'm going to take a strike on the off-speed pitch. The ball and a strike on Davis. 5-game hitting streak coming in. Milwaukee team, they're 5th in the National League in all of the offensive categories. And another strike on the inside corner. 5th in batting, 5th in home runs, 5th in runs scored, and 5th in stolen bases.
Yeah, and that's a team that really kind of offensively is starting to come into their own. They went into quite a little funk offensively, losing Ramirez and Braun for a while. And they've picked it up here last 6 games. They've been on fire. A couple guys really hot. Davis, one of them. Segura swinging the bat really well at the top of the lineup. Corey's been hot all season long. So this offense can really carry their team. In the last 6 games, they've had over 10 hits in each of those ball games.
And the 1-2 in the breaking ball low. Ken about to throw his 23rd pitch in this inning, trying to get to the bench and get his team back up. And a bouncer towards the hole. Machado cuts in front. And the strong throw to get him. And the inning ends. Big inning, though, for Milwaukee. 2 singles, then a 3-run home run by Carlos Gomez. Birds coming up, down by 3. And rejoining the team today, and he talked about the incredible experience that happened with him and Jill.
It's your first child be born. It's not something you do every day, and I knew I was only going to have a couple of days just to hang out with him, going on a long road trip, and wanted to do as much as I could while I was there. So I got enough rest. I've had fewer hours of sleep before in the midst of a season, so I'll be all right.
Well, he traveled here from Baltimore this morning, arrived early in the afternoon, and right to the ballpark, and he's ready to go.
Yeah, well, I'm glad he got enough rest. Wait till the offseason. He ain't getting any rest.
Look at those overnight feedings. Hey, Chris, it's your turn. And you know what? He'll do it very willingly.
Yeah.
Now, you don't think, he has a daughter as his first child, that she's going to be spoiled at all, right?
Well, my daughter was. She was my only daughter, so.
Yeah, I have one daughter, and it's kind of the same.
Yeah.
And he fouls it back on one. So Garza throwing strikes early on. Chris was 2 out of 11 on the homestand. You see in his last 5 games, though, pretty good numbers.
Yeah, red hot there. 421, 4 home runs. Good to see him getting his home run swing back and 10 RBI. You see the Brewers incorporating the big shift on the Crusher.
Oh, good cut. He fouled it back. Well, 0-2.
Well, Garza's lost a couple miles an hour on his fastball, but still very aggressive with that pitch. He likes it. When he gets ahead, then you'll see him go to his slider. Primarily a fastball slider type pitcher. Does have a curve and change, just to keep hitters honest. Throws them at times, mostly to lefties. Lefties are going to see the curve and the change. Righty's a predominantly fastball slider pitcher.
Ahead of Davis, 0-2. And another good cut. Chris has 13 hits and 5 home runs since coming back off the disabled list. As that timing returns. And there's the breaking ball Mike talked about. He bounces it.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You see when you make mistakes when you're ahead, what can potentially happen with a power hitter. Wayne Chen saw that when Gomez got on a hanging breaking ball. Garza recognizing that, he said he'd rather just spike it in the dirt. That's what he did there, wasting a pitch ahead 0-2.
And pulled foul. Orioles have won 2 in a row. They're now 14-11 in May, and they needed that win yesterday to keep pace. Both the Yankees and the Blue Jays, the 2 teams ahead of Buck Showalter's club, both won.
Yeah, Blue Jays have been on fire, haven't they? Wow, they've been playing some good baseball.
1-2 to count on Davis, leading off in the Orioles second. And it's down and away, 2-2. Now Garza has not won, Mike, in 3 starts, and his ERA approaching 5 in those 3 starts. His last win was May the 5th.
Yeah, he's had some inconsistencies this season. I mean, typically in his career, a pretty good strikeout to walk ratio, but this season everything down. Walks are up over 3 per game.
Well, he gets Davis on the swing and a miss. Second strikeout and 1 away.
Well, challenging Davis early with fastballs in. And then 94 on the outside corner. Pretty good late movement on as well. 2-seamer riding away. Davis can't quite catch up to that one.
Here's Nelson Cruz in the number 5 spot. Elliott 294. First in the majors with those 16 home runs, and he is first in the American League with the 45 RBIs. And down and away, 1-0. How about Cruz in the contrast, Camden Yards versus road games?
Yeah, incredible numbers on the road. 324 batting average, 9 home runs, 32 RBI on the road. And he'd love to try to pick those numbers up at home, even though he has 7 home runs, a 256 batting average, but he will find that consistency there as well. I mean, quite a disciplined approach. Very rarely do you see him off balance. Nice quiet legs. His head has limited movement. When he recognizes a pitch in the zone, he lets it fly.
Currently riding a 7-game hitting streak. 1-1 to count on him. And a good take, ball 2. Garza averages about 7 Ks per game while walking 3. He had 9 pitches in the first inning, so 10 here in the second already. So 2-2 on Cruz with 1 out and nobody on. Orioles still looking for their first base runner early in this game.
And Garza's had struggles early in the ball game, but quick first inning after that check swing call by Adam Jones to finish it up 1-2-3.
And he got him. A real good breaking ball down and away.
Well, it was a couple good fastballs inside, kind of opening up the outside corner. Look at the late tilt on that one. Works itself down and away off the plate. Pretty hard slider, 85 miles an hour. Good location to get Nelson Cruz.
So 2 outs here in the second, both on strikeouts. And here's J.J. Hardy, who gets another nice applause from the Milwaukee fans. And he'll take a strike. J.J. came up through the Brewers system.
And here he is hitting .304, the 13 RBIs. Big game yesterday, 3 for 5, a couple doubles. And we talked about him in the open. Such a disappointing start for J.J. because he had such a good spring. He felt good. He felt healthy. He was ready to go. And then as the season started, just the weather and it was always cold. I mean, the month of April was ridiculous for all teams. But tough on J.J.
Segura gets Hardy, and a 3-up, 3-down inning for Garza. 2 in a row. 6 in a row have been retired by Matt Garza. And prior to the game, a couple of his teammates had some fun. Kyle Loesch and Giovanni Gallardo, pitchers. They went to the Orioles dugout in near the clubhouse and taped pictures of Mark Reynolds as an Oriole all over the dugout. It said, please take this inside. Do not admit. They don't want him in that dugout over there because he plays for the Brewers now. Of course, Mark's still friendly with so many of the Orioles. It's his first year as a Brewer. But that really shows a tight group when you can do that.
Yeah, well, obviously he's made great friends over there with the Milwaukee Brewers, but such a good teammate to everybody with the Orioles. And, they miss Mark Reynolds, and he's a funny guy, lighthearted guy, and, just catching up with him. And they want to keep him out of that Orioles dugout, though, because they probably don't want him to one day have an Orioles uniform back on. He's doing some pretty good things with the Brewers, 11 home runs this year, really swinging, and we've seen him make some fabulous defensive plays already here in this series.
Maldonado will follow, and then Garza here for the Brewers in the second. Shen looks to bounce back after a 3-run inning. And it's outside 1-0. Shen, the 3-run home run to Carlos Gomez to get Milwaukee the lead. And again outside, ball 2, 2-0 the count. Chen now has allowed 5 home runs, 25 pitches into this game. All 5 have been hit by right-handed batters. So maybe that's what Ron Renicky had in mind when he loaded the lineup tonight with right-handers. Way outside, ball 3.
Well, there are some free swingers here on this Brewers team. Very aggressive early in counts. Wouldn't be surprised if Mark Reynolds gets the green light. 3-0 off Chen. He's another one of those hitters. He gets 3 chances. He tries to make the most of it.
Takes a strike, so 3-1. Reynolds in his last 13 games just 7 for 47. But typical Reynolds, Mike, 3 of those 7 hits are home runs.
Oh yeah, all or nothing approach.
And the 3-2 is hit deep to left field, and that ball's going to go. Well, there's Mark Reynolds for you. Batting .208 on the year, but that's his 12th home run, and it's 4-0 Milwaukee.
Reynolds really, I think, anticipating that fastball in, pulled his hands in pretty well. You see Hundley setting up in there. Maybe caught too much of the plate. Reynolds pulls it in, and he shows that power that he has. Watch his hands lead, and that barrel comes flying through the zone.
So a home run leading off here in the second. Here's Martin Maldonado, the catcher, and he bunts, and it's a pretty good one. Machado has to hurry, barehanded throw, and he got him at first base. Oh, what a play by Manny Machado. Takes a base hit away from Maldonado.
Well, that was something special there. Look how deep Manny Machado is playing. Great reaction. Sees the back foot move, showing the bunt. Barehand one-time play, and just gets him in time. Well, that's why he won the Platinum Glove right there. Beautiful play, great athleticism, and look at the accuracy in the off-balance throw.
Ron Renicky came out to talk with Jeff Kellogg, who was the crew chief and the umpire at first, and I guess decided against challenging, as he was only out there for about 15 seconds. And here's Garza, the pitcher. So Wei-Yin Chen, only 4 home runs all season. He's given up 2 already here tonight.
Well, the 1 home run to Gomez, certainly a mistake, a hanging breaking ball, but the pitch Reynolds hit out. Not a bad fastball on the inside corner.
We're talking with Bobby Dickerson on the bench. Garza fouls it back. Garza has just 1 hit on the year. Signed a 4-year contract plus a vesting option to come here to Milwaukee. And a swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Hundley knocks it down. He'll get it to Davis for the out. So strikeout number 3 and 2 down here in the second.
Oh, a good breaking ball. Why not bounce it? Get the pitcher there. Nice block by Hundley. Tough pitch to block. How far out that hits off the back edge of the plate. Only the veteran catcher keeps his poise. Nice throw to Davis.
Here's Segura, the leadoff hitter, and he'll take a strike. Segura got the rally in the first going with a leadoff single. Just a soft line drive over Hardy's glove. Down on the count 0-2.
There's another one of those hot Brewers hitters. 4 multi-hit games in the last 5 days. So he's been swinging it well. Good speed at the top of the order. He can bunt. He can steal bases. High energy type player. We saw him make some fabulous defensive plays in yesterday's game.
And the 0-2 is a little low. 1-2. Chen 5 wins. He had 3 in April and 2 so far in May. And a soft line drive right to Chris Davis at first, and that'll end the inning. Milwaukee adds to its lead with the Reynolds solo home run. We'll head to the third. 4-0 Brewers. To you by Southwest Airlines. Find Southwest Airlines fares online only at southwest.com. And by AT&T, mobilizing your world. Dave Wallace with the interpreter, talking to Wei-Yin Chen, who's allowed a pair of home runs for all 4 Milwaukee runs. Chen agreeing with the pitching coach, whatever Dave was saying.
Yeah, they've been talking about just keep working inside, keeping these guys off that fastball in there, working it off the plate in, because they know he's established it now. So they're going to be aggressive in and on that inner third. He can get some jam shots, some broken bats, easy outs if he can get in off the plate.
24 pitches to get through 2 innings. Here's Nick Hundley. Drove in the game-winning run yesterday in the 10th inning with his first Oriole hit. Those are his combined numbers, and he's 1 out of 5 as an Oriole with the 1 game. Orioles still looking for a base runner. 6 in a row retired by Garza to begin the game. And first ball swinging, high foul, and it's out of play. 0-1. Well, before the game, the Orioles made a roster move to get Chris Davis back. Chris reinstated from the paternity list, and Steve Clevenger was optioned to AAA Norfolk, and that was a bit of a surprise. He made the team as the backup in spring training, a left-handed batter. Hundley is a right-handed batter. Buck Showalter said it was 51-49 which of the 2 catchers would go down. He talked to his entire staff, and they felt that this was the decision to make. They want Steve to catch every day. And with Hundley now here, he won't have that opportunity.
Well, you hope Steve goes down there with a good attitude, because he did do some good things, winning that backup spot out of spring training. And really, he and Matt Wieters worked so well together. Had some huge hits offensively for the Orioles and actually handled the staff very well. I think they like what they're seeing, though, in Caleb Joseph. And Caleb Joseph has put up some good numbers in his minor league career against left-handers. And Hundley, believe it or not, He struggles against lefties, but much better against righties. So that might be their thinking there. Henry's the front line catcher.
So fourth strikeout for Garza, and one away here in the third. The Maryland Lottery contestant of the game, Dennis Roberts of Edgewood, has won $500 for being selected, and will win $500 more for every Oriole home run hit in the game tonight. You can play the Oriole scratch off from the Maryland Lottery for your chance to be a contestant of the game, win a trip to see the O's at Wrigley Field or to the World Series. Learn more mdlottery.com/Orioles. Jonathan Scope will take a strike.
Good game yesterday. 3 for 5 with the 2 solo home runs. Batting average starting to climb its way back up.
And yesterday, his first career 2 home run game.
Yeah, pretty impressive fastball in there. Quick bat speed, and that was a bullet line drive home run. Then the breaking ball. First pitch breaking ball. And he gets all over it, showing the power and potential he has. Very dangerous hitter. Still learning, though, but you've seen him make some adjustments. I'm trying to find the consistency.
Well, base hit. That fastball was up, and he tomahawks it to center field for a single, and the Orioles have their first base runner with 1 down in the third.
That was a nice swing right there. Not trying to do too much. Stayed on top. Pick up a clean single back through the middle.
And here is Wei-Yin Chen, 0 for 5 in his career as a batter. This is first at bat of the season. Will likely be asked to bunt and then hope Markakis could get a base hit to get a run in.
And you see Mark Reynolds aware of that, climbing in already, putting some pressure on him.
Chen takes a strike. He thought it was high and looks back at the umpire like, what? His 6th career at bat, and he's already questioning balls and strikes. Buck Showalter screaming at DJ Rayburn from the bench. Rayburn, this is his first year as a full-time umpire on the major league staff. In the past few years, he had been one of the minor league vacation relief umpires.
Buck probably still hot about the at bat with Adam Jones.
Chen thought that was outside, and now it's 0-2. And Chen takes, and that's outside.
Wei-Yin really not confident getting his nose in there on this bunt. See a lot of National League pitchers that have had experience and a lot of repetitions. They get right down there with their eyes behind the bat so they can see the ball really well. Wei-Yin a little tentative to get in there and try to give himself up.
And he takes high, 2-2. So if he read the strike zone correctly, it would at least be 3-1.
Yeah, right.
Chen does have 1 career sacrifice in his limited time batting against National League teams.
You see the pitch track there. Some borderline pitches off the outside corner.
And he bunts it foul. That's strike 3.
Well, frustrating situation for Buck Showalter, Wei-Yin Chen there. Just the lack of repetition for the American League hitters or pitchers. These type of situations really help themselves out.
You know, they don't get much time preparing. They do prepare, but there's the other part. They bat so infrequently, you don't want to risk injury in batting practice.
Yeah.
Here's Markakis, grounded out his first at bat. Scope at first now with 2 down. Outside with an off-speed pitch, 0-1. Nick and Adam Jones are tied for the team lead in hits. They each have 61. Scope at first with 2 down now. Down and in. Now that's a good take, 2-0.
Well, it was good pitch. Good pitcher's pitch down at the bottom of the zone. Maybe Buck Showalter getting in DJ Rayburn's ear a little bit. A little more hesitant to pull that right arm up. See the pitch track up right down there, catching the bottom of the box, but it was a little low.
A good cut. And 2-1. One thing about Milwaukee, although Garza's only allowed 5, the Brewers as a staff tied with Arizona for the most home runs allowed in the National League. So if you're the Orioles and you're down 4-0 early, you feel like you have a chance to get back in because your lineup has several home run hitters that go up to the plate.
Yeah, I don't think the Orioles ever feel like they're out of a ball game.
Popped them up. Third base. Reynolds has a play. And a foul ground puts it away for the out. And the inning is over. A base hit, the man left. Mid-third in Milwaukee. 4-0 Brewers. By University of Maryland University College. Russ Snyder snagging the final out off Kansas City's Dick Green for the first time in franchise history. The Orioles win the American League pennant. The bells at Baltimore City Hall would ring as the Birds celebrated in Kansas City. The Orioles overall would win 6 American League pennants in their 60-year history. This is the 60th anniversary season for the Orioles. 4-0 Milwaukee. 3-run home run by Gomez. Solo home run by Mark Reynolds. Chen will look for a clean inning here. Clean innings have been so difficult for the Orioles starters to achieve on the year. It's incredible.
Yeah, they have had some struggles there and some really demanding innings. You see Wei Chen's pitch count up to 39, but he was worked in that first inning throwing over 20 pitches. It really does take a toll both physically and mentally.
That ball's ripped to the corner. That was up in the zone. Cruz will run it down, and just like that, Braun is in scoring position leading off. So Braun has a 2-hit game with the leadoff double. Fans, you can celebrate summer at Oriole Park by picking up the new Birdland Summer 6-pack. You'll get a ticket to 6 games of your choice throughout the season. With savings up to 20% off the cost of single game tickets. You can lock in your seats now for the best games and the promotions of the summer and save at the same time. For all the details, Oriole.com/6-pack or just call 888-848-BIRD. Oriole fan, a young Oriole fan here. Well, yet again, Chen goes to the stretch. Fastball misses inside, 1-0. Lucroy called out on strikes his first at bat, one of 3 strikeouts for Chen. He's got an 8-game hitting streak going.
And you know he's got that inside fastball in the back of his mind. That's the pitch that he struck out on looking.
Fouls back the breaking pitch. 1-1 the count on Lucroy. Chen has already allowed 5 base hits and 4 runs.
Lucroy having a solid season, but you see the numbers there, even with runners in scoring position, 319.
Ball on a strike on Lucroy. Upstairs with a fastball, 2-1. This is only the second career start for Chen in his career against an NL Central opponent. He has a prior start against Pittsburgh, not this season, in interleague play, and he won that game. Foul back, 2-2.
Dangerous pitch right there from Wei-Yin Chen. Top of the zone, but just high enough to keep Lucroy off it.
Well, 2-2 the count. Nobody down. Braun at second. Lucroy at a minimum is trying to get Braun to third base. Checked on the breaking ball for ball 3.
Pretty good breaking ball there. Back foot slider. Nice stop by Hundley. Good call, but Lucroy seeing the ball so well. He flinches on it, but he holds up.
Braun at second with a leadoff double. And a high fly ball to center field. Jones has a play. Braun will tag the draw throw. Adams got it. Braun bluffs going, and Adam fires in. Showing off that strong arm, and one away here in the third. Fans, you can get social with Masson for your chance to meet Buck Showalter. Remember to follow Masson on Twitter and tag your tweets with the hashtag MassonOrioles to be automatically entered to win. Being social with Masson has its rewards. Now that would be fun to go meet Buck Showalter.
Oh yeah, a blast. Not right now though. It looks pretty intense down there in the dugout.
So Lucroy can't advance the runner. Here's Gomez.
Got to be careful here. Open base. Gomez already with the 3-run homer.
Strike in the outside corner. For Gomez, his 11th home run, now 29 RBIs. Extends his hitting streak to 8 in a row with that home run. And a vicious cut, and he fouled it back, 0-2. This Milwaukee team, of the 57 days of the season, they've been in first place for 53 of those. Rob Renick's club got off to a 10-2 start. So just out of the gate, they were 8 above 500. They've gone low, 1-0. Get Weeks, that runner would just be stranded at third. Fastball is low, 1-0. Weeks playing in his 38th game. Milwaukee playing its 53rd. And a ball hit to Manny. Oh, tough hop, but he fields. And gets it across just in time to get Weeks, and that will end the inning. So Chen allows a leadoff double, but Braun is left stranded. We're through 3 in Milwaukee. Machado, the platinum glove at third, gets the final out. Not their 10-game lose, won 7 straight, beat Tampa Bay 10-5 yesterday, and Edwin Encarnacion has 13 home runs in the past 20 games. Boston finally got a win. They snapped their 10-game losing streak. 1 loss short of tying the Major League record for the longest losing streak by defending World Series champion. The Royals in 1986 lost 11 consecutive games. The Marlins in 98 had 2 11-game losing streaks. Boston came back. Big Papi had a big game, and they beat Atlanta. The Yankees, there was a 61-minute weather delay, and we say that because they thought it was going to rain, and then, well, it never rained. So they had a delay. That game went to 12. Brian Roberts got the game-winning run in, and it broke the 4-all tie. The Yankees went 6-4-12. So the Yankees stay in second place ahead of the Orioles, with the Blue Jays still on top.
A lot of communication right now between Dave Wallace, Nick Hundley, Wei-Yin Chen, and the interpreter down there. Actually, a pretty good inning, getting through the heart of that Brewers order.
Manny Machado will take outside 1-0. Jones and Davis will follow. And he grounded out to second base his first at bat, looking to extend the hitting streak to 10 in a row.
Yeah, they always have to try to find a way to put some pressure on Garza. Typically a very emotional pitcher. He can get flustered if things don't start going his way. The Orioles offense right now, just this one base hit, that by Jonathan Scope in the last inning.
A little late on the swing, and it's 1-2. Garza has pitched tremendous at home. His ERA here at 5 starts, 3.55. It's 3 runs a game higher on the road, 6.59. Bounces it 2-2.
Coach Jim Presley talking things over with J.J. Hardy about Garza, what he's throwing. 2-seam fastball in to get Hardy. Been aggressive with that pitch.
Towards the middle, Ricky Weeks will play the hop. And he throws out Machado for the first out. Let's get a look at our Jeep inside the numbers. Road success on the year, Mike, and the Orioles have been tremendous away from Camden Yards.
Well, they sure have. 283 batting average. That's second in the American League. Slugging percentage up towards the top. First at 442. OPS at 774. That's first as well. And at bats per home run, 32 at bats before they hit a home run. That's third. At bats with RBI, 6.9. That's first. So very productive in every offensive category on the road. Really the key to their success.
Adam Jones foul tip into the glove of Maldonado. Adam was called out on a check swing his first at bat. The replay clearly showed he did not swing, but the home plate umpire called him out. He saw it differently. And a lot of movement on that pitch.
Yeah, he's not scared to throw it in there. He has not missed his spot with his two-seamer into right-handed hitters.
And Jones down in the count, 0-2. Check swing, and he went too far again. He's called out. So the same pattern. 6 Ks already and 2 away.
Now check it out here. 2 strikes this time. Adam Jones nods. He says, yeah, you got me that time. I'll give you that one. Nasty breaking ball. Hard late bite. You saw where it bounced in the other batter's box.
Six of the first 11 outs are strikeouts. Chris Davis struck out his first at bat. Breaking ball is on the inside corner for a strike.
And the big curve, the rare curve ball. Just to get me over pitch, but so slow. Hitters aren't willing to commit to it early in the count.
See the big shift on against Chris Davis. And Garza misses outside with a fastball. Mark Reynolds, the third baseman who was drafted as a shortstop, is at shortstop. And Segura's on the second base side of the bag up the middle. Orioles have had 1 base runner in this game, the 1-out single by Scope in the third. High foul out of play. That'll be back in the crowd.
Take a look at Chris Davis's power zone in his career. He loves it right down the heart of the plate, but it's a big power zone. He can expand outside, more middle away, and then middle in he can get to as well. A lot of the better hitters have a bit of bigger power zone. Chris Davis falls into that category.
1-2 on Davis, 2 outs and nobody on. First request time as Garza takes too long to come together on a sign. Now Garza, for 30 years old in his 9th season, he has been well traveled. He was drafted by Minnesota in 2005, played in college at Fresno State. A couple of years later, he was traded to Tampa Bay in a 6-player deal that included Delman Young, now an Oriole, going from Tampa Bay to Minnesota. He was then traded to the Cubs by the Rays, an 8-player deal. Chris Archer went to Tampa Bay in that deal. And then he was traded to Texas last July for a pennant chase. And Chris lays off in 2-2. And finally, at the end of last season, Texas did not try to re-sign him. And now they probably wish they had, with all the injuries they've had to their starters. And he came here for the 4-year deal plus an option to pitch for the Brewers. But that's a lot of movement for a guy who has always been regarded as a top of the rotation starter.
Yeah, he's always had good stuff. I mean, real good fastball. We're seeing the movement here today.
Upstairs with a fastball for ball 3.
I think there have been some question marks just about you know, his energy, nervous energy sometimes, his emotions sometimes get the best of him. But in this ball game, very calm demeanor right now. Take a look at the pitch track to Chris Davis. He's really thrown everything at him. Breaking ball, changeup, fastballs, working all over the plate.
And he got it. May have swung at ball 4. Chris swings through it. So Garza has a 3-up, 3-down inning. His third 3-up, 3-down inning in this game. 7 Ks in the game for Garza.
Job training, all without more taxes, helping families, creating more jobs. That's our future.
And time for our Krieger Eye Institute Orioles upcoming schedule. From routine to the most specialized eye care, LifeBridge Health Team Series. Night games on Thursday and Friday. A mid-afternoon game on Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and then a 2 o'clock game on Sunday. And from there, it's off to Dallas. A day off Monday, and then a 3-game series against the Rangers. All right, let's see. Chris Davis, it's my birthday. Please sign my baseball, and congrats on the new baby. Boy, that young fan is well informed.
Sure is. I bet if Chris saw that sign, he would sign a ball and throw it up there.
The other Chris Davis leads off from Milwaukee, and Chen deals low. Chen, 4 runs on 5 hits in the first 3 innings. Davis bounced out to Manny Machado to end the first.
Well, it was a nice third inning for Wei-Yin Chen after a leadoff double from Braun. Really made some quality pitches to get out of that jam.
Left center field, he got a lot of it. Back on it is Cruz, and that ball is gone. There's another home run for Milwaukee. 3 in the game, a solo shot for Davis, and it's 5-0 Brewers.
Davis back-to-back games with home runs. His 8th home run this season and his 4th in the last 8 games. Feeling good up there. Yesterday, huge game at the plate. This pitch down at the bottom of the zone. But he aggressively gets the head to that baseball. And that ball had some height and distance. Big solo shot for the Brewers, Chris Davis.
And Chen is allowed at least a hit in every inning. Runs in 3 of the 4, and here's Mark Reynolds. And there's a strike, and it's 0-1. Reynolds' solo home run, his 12th, leading off in the 2nd. The leadoff man has reached in all 4 innings against Chen. This ball's hit the center field. That's a base hit for Reynolds. It's 2 for 2. And Chen does not have it tonight. Well, it's now time for all fans to tweet their photo using the hashtag MASSNFanPhotos for a chance to have it shown in a future broadcast brought to you by AT&T. Youngster like that. Going to take a selfie, and now here comes Dave Wallace with the interpreter out to talk to Wei-Yin Chen.
Well, there have been some pretty heady meetings here with Wei-Yin Chen through the first 4 innings. Now Dave Wallace out to really try to get him back on track. Some firm talking right there. Let's go. As T.J. McFarland warms up in the Orioles bullpen. Lefty long man out there.
Well, he is missing out over the plate, whether it be high or right there around the knees, but it's out over the plate.
Yeah, the breaking ball Reynolds just hit was Pretty much down the middle. Not where he wanted to leave that one. A couple of the home run ball solo shot Reynolds hit was not a bad pitch.
Line right to Hardy. Throw back to first. It's safe as Reynolds got back in. So Maldonado rips that ball to short. Hardy almost got a double play. And first out here in the fourth.
Pretty quick reaction there by J.J. Hardy. A bullet hit to him. So Mark Reynolds getting off there just a little bit. Reynolds realizing it's going to be caught and able to get back there just in time.
J.J. has gone 22 straight games without an error, and he has just one error on the year. There's Garza, the pitcher. And bunts it foul on the first base side.
Garza reminding himself to get that bat head out in front of home plate. And you see when he takes that bunting position, his head is down there almost right behind the barrel of the bat so we can see it. Manny Machado in tight at third base. You bunt a ball to Manny, he's going right to second base with it. Garza trying to get it down that first base line.
Gets it out in front of the plate. Chen will go to first. Who's covering? Davis gets back and gets the out. So two down with Reynolds ending up at second base. Fans, the Orioles are back home on Friday, June the 6th. They'll begin a weekend series against the Athletics, and on Saturday, June 7th, the first 25,000 fans 15 and over will receive a Manny Machado Platinum Glove bobblehead. You can celebrate Manny's 2013 honor as the American League's top defender and add that to your Birdland collection. Now, tickets are going fast, as you would expect, so get your tickets today. Go online, Orioles.com, or call 888-848-BIRD.
And he's made some of those platinum glove plays in this ball game. The barehanded bunt attempt. Nice job drop stepping on a couple balls. Hard hit balls.
Gene Segura fouls it off, the leadoff hitter. Segura got the rally going in the first. Singleton scored. Shen had allowed just 4 home runs all season. 1 home run in 4 separate starts. And he's allowed 3 here tonight. And that is a foul ball. And it's 0-2 on Segura.
Well, this is an aggressive team. They take some really good hacks up there. And they have not been missing some mistakes. Coach Dave Wallace being firm with Wei-Yin Chen on his mound visit.
He doesn't chase the breaking ball. Well, the Orioles really expected the starting rotation, Mike, to be more consistent than they have been. And they're 17 and 18 on the year, but the ERA at 4.56, and that ERA up to 4.56 today. Chris Tillman was charged with 2 more earned runs from his Pittsburgh start last week. They took an error away from Chris Davis and gave a double to Neil Walker. Joe Torre, the Pirates, challenged that. They asked for a review, and Joe Torre agreed and said that's not an error, that's a base hit. There's a ground ball weakly hit towards third. Manny's got it. And it gets Segura to get out of the inning. But another run on the board on the home run by the Brewers. Chris Davis will head to the 5th. Birds have some work to do, down by 5. carpet, hardwood, and laminate. Call 877-241-LUMA. Beautiful overhead shot of Miller Park with the roof closed. And Wei-Yin Chen with Nick Hundley. Matt Wieters over there as well with the interpreter. Of course, Matt knows Wei-Yin very, very well, so he's trying to help Hundley out. First time Hundley catching Wei-Yin. It's his third day with the ball club.
Well, every day for a while is going to be a learning experience for Nick Hundley. And we've seen a lot of meetings here. And Matt Wieters and Hundley continuing to talk.
Matt should cheer up. He's always in a good mood. It's amazing his persona. Which he'd rather be playing right now.
Yeah, he sure would.
He did go out and catch a bullpen again today. Still isn't throwing, but he was out there keeping those legs straight. Nice and strong. Here's Cruz, Hardy, and Hundley to follow. Orioles have had just one base runner through 4 innings. Cruz to center field and deep. Back on it is Gomez. Still going, and it is gone. There's a home run for Nelson Cruz, and the Orioles are on the board. It's a 5-1 game.
And Nelson Cruz not wasting any time. Garza getting ahead, and he just hammers his 17th home run of the season, and that is his strength. Right center field. This one actually more towards center.
And Cruz with that home run. So Dennis Roberts, who is our Maryland Lottery home run contestant of the game, just wins another $500. Orioles hope to make Dennis wealthy tonight. First leadoff hitter to reach, and here's Hardy. And he'll take high, 1-0.
Now let's take a look at the swing here. It's a 4-seam fastball. Nelson Cruz gets on it. See him get that front foot down. The hands and the hips come through at the same time. That ball is just crushed to right center. Makes it look so easy.
17th home run, 46th ribby. 29 of his 46 RBIs have come off his homers. And that's low ball 3, so 3-0. miles an hour off his bat.
Yeah, his averages, his home runs are over 100 miles an hour. Every ball he hits out of the park is like 100, 103 miles an hour. His great bat speed, such a short, true bat path.
JJ bounced out to shortstop his first at bat. So Nelson, who leads the majors in home runs, adds another. And adds another RBI to his league lead. Hardy pops it up. That's foul. That'll be in the crowd. Go from 3-0 to 3-2 on JJ. You'd like to have a long inning against Garza. He's been so good early on. Of the 4 innings, 3 of them 3 up, 3 down. And Scope, a 1-out single in the third, never did advance beyond first base.
Yeah, see what happens if you put a little pressure on him. Well, right after the home run by Cruz, 3 straight balls. You know, he's back into the count, but JJ Hardy battling through a good at bat here. I'd like to continue to make him work.
And a comebacker. JJ couldn't get the barrel on it. And one away here in the third as Garza comes back from 3-0 to get him. Our PNC Minor League Report brought to you by PNC Bank for the Achiever in You. Christian Walker having an outstanding year at Bowie. This month, 326, 9 homers, 26 ribbies. Leads the Eastern League in home runs and RBIs, 14 homers, 45 RBIs. He's doing what a prospect needs to do. He's getting noticed.
Yeah, he sure is. I mean, there was a question about his power potential. Well, this season, the 14 home runs, and he's hit a couple. He hit a couple home runs on Monday and 4 home runs in the last 5 games. So he is red hot and found his stroke down there. Butch Davis has been doing a lot of work with him. Got a good manager in Gary Kendall, of course, trainer down there, and Scott keeping him on the field so he can hit those home runs.
0-1 on the check swing, and Jeff Kellogg said he did go too far. Hundley struck out his first at bat. And waves at that pitch, and it's 0-2. Ryan Webb now getting loose. Faced one batter in yesterday's game and picked up an out.
And the Orioles bullpen has been so solid. The problem is they don't want to have to get to him here this early in the game.
Strike 3 called. Hundley doesn't agree. Talks it over with DJ Rayburn. He thought it was down.
And he's been really good at throwing that fastball into the righties. And take a look here. Pretty good velocity at 93 miles an hour. A little two-seamer. Looks like it catches the corner there after a couple pitches away. Be able to lock Hundley up with the fastball in.
Here's Jonathan Stope. Down and in, 1-0. Jonathan with a single in the third. He now has a 4-game hitting streak going. Batting average up to .233 now. High fly ball left center field. The ballpark will hold it. Gomez is over. And he's got it for the out. So Garza gets out of it without any further damage. Nelson Cruz gets the Orioles on the board. His 17th home run on the first pitch of the inning. It's a 5-1 game. In interleague play.
Well, they sure have been. I mean, 4-1 record. That's fourth, tied for fourth in the league, and then .319 team batting average. That's second in all of Major League Baseball. 7 runs per game. That's tied for first. 2 home runs per game, tied for second. There's a couple red hot hitters. They love hitting in interleague play. J.J. Hardy, 476 with 3 doubles and 4 RBIs. Nelson Cruz, he continues in the interleague play, staying hot, 364. 2 home runs and 5 RBIs, and Nick Markakis at 381. But let's not forget about Chris Davis, who last year just tore up interleague play, hitting at 458. Look at Chris Davis there.
Here's Ryan Braun. Lucroy and Gomez will follow. So Chen lives for another inning. And the breaking ball bounces in there, 1-0. Delman Young was on deck to bat for Chen, but the inning ended, so Chen goes back to the mound. And the breaking ball for a strike. Braun 2 out of 2. He singled in the first. Was on base for the 3-run home run for Gomez, and then doubled in the third, but was left stranded. fastball for a strike.
Ron maybe looking for something else there. That fastball, Hundley wanting it in, and it stayed out over the plate. Braun couldn't pull the trigger. So a couple pitches pretty much center cut.
And a foul back. Now the Orioles on the season have 26 starts now, with Tillman's yesterday of less than 6 innings. 26 of the 49 games have been less than 6 inning starts for the Orioles, and that's a lot of outs that the bullpen has had to pick up. So, I mean, really battling his command the last couple of starts. And today charged with 2 more earned runs, and he didn't even pitch.
All right.
Tough week.
Yeah, there's his line, 5 2/3. Yesterday, the 7 hits. All 6 runs were earned, but 4 base on balls really hurt him. Did have 7 strikeouts, but you know, it was nice to see his velocity back up. He hit 93, 94 miles an hour at times, but just the command wasn't there for him.
1-2 on Braun, leading off in the 5th. And he got him. And Chen picks up a strikeout. That was number 5, and 1 away here in the 5th.
Well, basically just challenging him with a fastball, 92 miles an hour. Consistent diet of pitches in, though. And that one up and out over, and Braun just can't get to it. Maybe looking for an off-speed pitch.
First time tonight, Chen has retired the leadoff man. Not as big a crowd as yesterday. Daytime baseball on Memorial Day yesterday. Here's Lucroy. He has been called out on strikes and flied out to Jones. Just outside, 1-0.
Not a bad pitch. Just missing the outside corner.
Goes out there again and misses again. Well, the 3 home runs allowed here by Chen. The Orioles now tied with the Yankees for the most home runs allowed by a club in the American League, each with 53. This ball's lifted to right field. Marquez in on it, makes the running catch, and 2 men down. So Chen gets the first 2 in the inning. Orioles fans, you can earn rewards for sharing and posting Orioles content on social media by joining the O's Bird's Nest. You can join the conversation now at osbirdsnest.com. Plus, enter today's bonus code Gonzalez before midnight, and you'll receive 2 bonus tokens and be entered to win a monthly prize of an autographed player photo or a year-end prize of 2 tickets to 2015 opening day. Join the O's Bird's Nest today and start being rewarded. Property of Orioles baseball. How did he get that shirt? Is that a buddy of yours just slipping him shirts?
There's a lot of Orioles fans here.
There are.
A lot in yesterday's ball game.
0-1 on Carlos Gomez. And the foul ball 0-2. Gomez now with 11 home runs on the year, and here's where they've gone.
Yeah, primarily pull hitter, but 6 to center field, 5 to left, none to right field. But he's aggressive, and he can get that bat head through and cover the outside corner. You see him try to pull that pitch. That was up and away. He tried to get that ball out in front of the plate.
And Chen this inning, Mike, all of a sudden has command of his pitches.
Well, he's actually, he hasn't walked anybody in this ball game. It's just a matter, I think he's mixing them up a little bit better. Better location with his breaking ball. Some good ones here to Gomez down low. They're keeping the fastball down better.
One and 2 to count, 2 outs and nobody on. And a swing and a miss, and he got him. Hundley will have to tag Gomez, who does not run to first. and the inning ends. So a 3-up, 3-down inning as Wei-Yin Chen gets his first 3-up, 3-down inning. He'll head to the 6th, 4-run deficit.
He gets the green ball right in the heart of his power zone. He knows what to do with it. Out into the bullpen. It's a 3-run shot in the first. Mark Reynolds comes up. There's the green ball in the inside corner. He pulls the hands in, and it's a solo shot for Reynolds. But Nelson Cruz, he answers back. Tough pitch. Garza spots the green ball down and away. Cruz has been red hot, and he hammers that ball to deep center field. Game of home runs. Wei-Yin Chen, he's given up 3 of 5 earned runs. Just 76 pitches, though. Garza, 5 innings pitched, 1 run. That solo shot from Nelson Cruz. Remember, Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Well, here's Delman Young. He'll pinch hit for Chen, so Wei-Yin's night is done after 5 innings. The Orioles need some runs, so Buck Showalter goes to the bench. And again, the conversation's going on with Dave Wallace, the interpreter, and Wei-Yin Chen. Orioles have not been able to make Garza really work hard in an inning. The 1 run came on a leadoff home run.
Yeah, and really his MO throughout his whole career is he can get really flustered and frustrated on the mound, and his emotions take over, and that's when, you know, he kind of implodes. Well, the Orioles haven't really been able to get to him for him to express those emotions.
Young falls behind 0-2. He had the big pinch hit yesterday to get on base. With the rally going in the 9th inning when the Orioles needed 2 runs to tie, and they got him. A little bit low, 1-2. Delman has been the most often used pinch hitter by Buck Showalter this year, and he is 4 for 7 off the bench with 1 pinch hit RBI.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive in last night's ball game. First pitch picks up that single. And of course, Buck Showalter pinch running with David Lowe, and Markakis with the big double.
Down the line, that's a foul ball. Oh, just foul. And he crushed it.
Yeah, he got the head out on that one. Take a look at how close it was. About 1.5 feet foul. Pretty amazing. Some of the players that don't get much playing time. We've talked about Steve Pearce throughout the course of this year, having such great success, and Delman Young, not a lot of playing time at all, but the great bat speed when he gets his opportunity.
Yeah, you didn't mean to swing, but the ball hit his bat.
And that's that 2-seamer that he's been so effective with throughout this ball game. Holding that good velocity at 93. It runs in. basically attacking Delvin Young's bat. Preston Guillemette now up in the Orioles bullpen.
1-2 on Young, pinch hitting for Chen in the 6th. Inside with a fastball, 2-2. Delvin's got a 3-game hitting streak going, and as Mike mentioned, it's tough to keep consistent when you're in and out of the lineup, but somehow he does it. He's had only 36 at-bats the entire month of May. And chopper foul. This is the Orioles' 26th game in May, and he's had just 36 at-bats.
Look at the at-bat he's putting together right here. Some tough pitches. Fouling him off. Really making Garza work. One of the better at-bats off Garza in this ball game.
Buck really works the room, doesn't he? A moment ago, he was talking to Dave Wallace. Now he's with Jim Presley. Saw him with Bobby Dickerson earlier. Of course, John Russell's always close by. 2-2 the count on Young. Trying to get on to begin the 6th. And then he fouls it off. Good at bat. So Delvin Young about to see his 9th pitch in this at bat.
There's a look at the pitch track. Couple fastballs running up and in on him, but a steady diet down and away. A lot of fastballs though. A couple breaking balls. Looks like he's going to the change.
And Delvin lays off ball 3. So he was 0-2 after 2 pitches. And now about to see the 10th pitch of the at bat, and he's run the count full. Delvin really has accepted this role on the Orioles, and it's an important role. Sure, he'd like to play every day, but when you're a reserve, you need to produce, and he's done that. And he walked him, ball 4. How about that? A 10-pitch at bat. He was down 0-2 and a leadoff base runner for the Orioles in the 6th. Well, as promised earlier in the game, here is our AT&T's fan photo of the day. Looks like a celebration, maybe a birthday. Looks like a lot of dessert. Nick Markakis, what a job there by Delvin Young. 10-pitch at bat.
First walk of the ball game for Garza. Delvin Young worked him for that.
Let's see if the Orioles now can have a long inning and make Garza sweat a little bit. Still plenty of time, but the Orioles down by 4 runs. Breaking ball is high, 1-0. Nick 0 for 2. He is 2 for 7 so far in this series. We're talking about Nick, Mike, and you brought it up yesterday that the trademark of Markakis is his consistency. And when you look at his season, he had 30 hits in the first month, and he's got 31 hits in this month. Couldn't be more even.
Yeah, using the whole field. He's one of the rare major league hitters where the infielders and playing pretty much straight up, and that's a great compliment to a great hitter, great professional hitter. They just don't know how to pitch him or where to play him. No true tendencies, basically hits the ball where it's pitched.
So 2-0 after a leadoff walk. And he swings through the foul tip, actually. 2-1.
Gets himself into a favorable hitter's count. He let it fly there.
Over his first 10 starts, Garza 5 quality starts. And he has not won a game since May the 5th. Markakis down the line. That's a fair ball and a base hit. Young will head towards third. Nick will head towards second base. Bobby Dickerson is sending Delvin Young. The throw from the right fielder to Weeks bounces, and Delvin Young scores. So the Orioles making a game of it. There's an RBI double by Markakis, and it's 5-2.
And a great piece of hitting right there by Nick Markakis. A nice job base running. Take a look at Nick Markakis' hands. Pulls him in tight to the body. Hips fly open. And he just hammers this one down the right field line. Delmon Young on his horse. Slows up a little bit at third. But Bobby Dickerson recognizing and getting tangled up in the corner. Arm wave and Delmon Young scoring easily. Markakis' 9th double this season.
What a fabulous replay that was. Young had no idea he was going to be sent. You did see him pull up, or almost pull up. And still nobody down. So it's a 5-2 game. Here's Manny Machado. Manny bunts. Pretty good one. Lucroy on it quickly. He throws and he got it. So Manny, a sacrifice bunt. Oh, excuse me, that's Maldonado, not Lucroy. Lucroy's at first base tonight. Manny may have done that on his own. Gets Markakis to third.
Yeah, I think he probably did. Nice effort, though. I think he wanted to either get it in the hands of Reynolds or Garza. Talk about Garza, not the best fielding pitcher. But he gets the job done anyway, getting Nick Markakis over to third base. Take a look at the bunt attempt here. Good job, but it gets a little backspin and ball kind of died when it hit the dirt. Markakis gets the good read. Pretty good play by the catcher Maldonado.
Adam Jones takes ball one. Adam has struck out twice, each on a check swing for strike 3. The first one he disagreed with vehemently. The second one he agreed with. So Manny, with his first sacrifice on the year, gets Markakis to third with 1 out. High fly ball left field. Markakis will tag. Chris Davis. Gomez cuts in front of him. Gomez takes it. Here comes Markakis. Here comes a throw to the plate. He is safe at the plate as Maldonado cannot handle the throw. So a sac fly and an RBI for Jones, and the Birds are right back in it. It's a 2-run game.
Well, nice piece of hitting right there by Adam Jones to get the sacrifice fly. Good offensive inning. Take a look at Gomez way over there in left field. Markakis with a good jump. Strong throw. Just Maldonado tries to put the tag on too quick. Can't come down with the baseball, but Markakis in there safely anyway. You don't see that too often where a center fielder will go all the way to left field and actually call the ball off from the left fielder. But Chris Davis, not the strongest arm in left field. Gomez aware of that. It's the best opportunity for a play at the plate.
Breaking ball, and Davis swings through it. 0-1. So the Orioles make it a game. 5-3 in the 6th. Markakis RBI double comes around the score, so that was a manufactured run to double the sacrifice and a sac fly.
And that at bat by Delmon Young really set up this inning. Pretty impressive stuff. Great job base running. And the score all the way to first from first base on the Markakis double. Good all-around offensive inning so far.
Garza ahead of Chris Davis, 0-2. And fouls it back again. Met joined by Ryan Webb. Ryan just watching the action. Outside, Garza started walking off the mound.
There you go. I mean, we haven't seen much of this in this ball game. He's kind of been coasting through. First time we've really seen him be a little emotional out there, wanting the call. Down and away, pitch track showing it. Caught that bottom corner, but the little extra movement on the two-seamer doesn't get the call.
Chris having a good at-bat. He's about to see his 6th pitch after falling behind 0-2. Check swing at a breaking ball. He did not swing. Garza again started going off the mound. Ball 3.
A big breaking ball down. Let's take a look.
Yep, he checked.
Yeah, so strong.
This will be the 24th pitch this inning. And a foul ball.
Well, he's had to foul off some tough pitches. That one a good fastball. Maybe in off the plate. Somehow able to get there to keep the at bat alive. I got to look at the pitch track. Everything on the perimeter of the plate. Up in the zone, in, down and away, down. No mistakes over the heart of the plate. Pretty much what Chris Davis has seen all year.
And he got him. Ball gets away from Maldonado. He'll have to play it to first, and he does. So Davis 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. But the Orioles back in the game. They score 2. Bottom of the 6th coming up. 5-3 Milwaukee. Young pinch hit for him. And here's the line for Chen. He goes 5 innings, 5 runs on 7 hits, 5 runs all earned. And the 5 runs came in on 3 home runs, a 3-run shot, and a pair of solo shots. And the Orioles can check this pitching change off their to-do list. Isn't it time for you to check oil change off yours? Come into Jiffy Lube and help keep your vehicle running longer.
Well, Preston Guillemette now in the ball game, and he has been outstanding in his 4 games. No earned runs allowed, 5 innings of work, no hits coming in, 6 strikeouts, just the 1 base on ball, and just he has been dominating. I mean, over the top delivery, pretty funky. Not many hitters get a chance to see this type of delivery directly over the top. You see that big stab in the back, and a real good split finger. So a 2-seam fastball. There it was there. Really tough to pick up.
So Guillemette will go to work on the middle of the lineup. Weeks, Davis, and Reynolds 5, 6, and 7. Well, you couldn't ask for more than what Guillemette has given the Orioles since coming over. I mean, he's been in 4 games, 4 consecutive scoreless appearances, and he still hasn't given up a hit.
Yeah, I mean, just as dominant as you can be.
Ricky Weeks, the second baseman, 0 for 2. Now this is critical now for Guillemette to keep Milwaukee off the board and get the Orioles back up there. The Birds are back within 2. The 5-0 lead is now 5-3. They finally made Garza work hard in an inning.
And once again, the Orioles bullpen called on trying to save the day here. Orioles behind in the middle of the ball game. They try to put up those zeros.
Well, they're going to have to get 12 outs. As Chen goes just 5 innings. Another chat with pitching coach Dave Wallace for the skipper. Oh, does that ball move?
Yeah,
wow.
It's just nasty. It's so hard to. You'd think it's easy to pick up with this over the top delivery, but it's a little bit funky. It's just like it's just tougher to see because you don't see it as often. Much like how Darren O'Day is hard to pick up from the side, and then almost throwing it from behind his head.
Well, you know, you wonder sometimes how guys fall out of favor. Here's the funky delivery, Mike.
I'll take a look here. Now he's got that long stab in the back, and he really drops. That arm comes up. And that adds to the deception right there. Tough to pick up the baseball.
And a little low. Weeks lays off, so 3-2. But Gilmet coming through the Indians organization, 20-15, 94 saves, and a 2.68 ERA. You would think the Indians might give him a chance.
Yeah.
And he appeared in only 4 games with them last year. And the Orioles able to get him in a trade. 3-2, swung on and foul tipped at the plate. You know, if you're not sure if his stuff will translate to the major leagues, you won't know unless you try. And the Orioles are giving him an opportunity, and he's doing what you want a guy to do. Oh, I can pitch here? Okay, I'll show you.
Yeah. Well, taking advantage of his opportunity, and really that's what so many players just ask for. Give me a chance and let me show you what I can do. And he's doing that here for the Orioles and Buck Showalter.
Called strike 3. Outside corner call, so Gilmet gets Weeks and 1 away.
What a great pitch. Great location, so well executed. You see the pitch is all down in the zone. This one catches that bottom corner right where you want it to be. Beautiful spot. Well received by Hundley. Good job finishing off Weeks.
Gilmet in the minors, 343 strikeouts in 315 2/3 innings. So when you're more than a strikeout per inning, your stuff is playing.
Yeah.
Want to know on Chris Davis. Chris with a K. And ball 2. And a foul off his foot. Chris Davis, K-H-R-I-S. His given name is Christopher, and it is spelled with a K. So his parents. Now there is Christopher with a C. 2-1. 2-2.
Nasty pitch right there. Great movement. He's got confidence in all his pitches. Throw him any time in the count. Really set Weeks up with that fastball at the end. It was a 3-2 count, and he threw him a split finger that was fouled off, and then was able to locate the fastball down and away.
That one hung a little bit, and he fouls it off.
Always look at Preston Gilmet's pitch arsenal. Fastball he uses 55% of the time, and the breaking ball. Not many changes, but appears that he's throwing some in this ball game.
Buck Showalter says it all the time. The Orioles are an organization of opportunity, and if you're given a chance, it's up to you to seize it. Gilmet, for the moment, has done it. And fights that one off.
And good pitch. And there are a lot of different looks coming out of that Orioles bullpen. A unique delivery here from Gilmet. Of course, Darren O'Day from the side. Ryan Webb, the three-quarter delivery. The lefties down there. McFarland and Brian Mattis, a couple different looks. Of course, Zach Britton, the short arm and lefty with the power sinker.
And another 2-2. Check swing. May appeal to first. He did not go. So Davis about to see a ninth pitch.
Take a look. He holds up. Look at the pitch track. A couple pitches up in the zone, but everything pretty much down at the bottom, down and away.
And he gets him in a high pop up to shallow right. Markakis will move in on it. And Gilmet gets his man and two men down here in the sixth. Well, the O's were proud to join Major League Baseball in honoring our armed forces yesterday on Memorial Day. They wore the special jerseys and caps, which the camo pattern. You can show your support by visiting Orioles.com/camo jerseys and place a bid on one of these unique items. Each jersey and cap has been autographed by the player or coach who wore it and was then authenticated and is now available for auction. All the proceeds will benefit the Fort Meade Alliance Foundation. Now, to place your bids, just go online, Orioles.com/camo jerseys. Swing and a miss by Reynolds.
Good pitch, good location right there, bottom of the zone.
Reynolds 2 for 2. Let's see, Adam Jones jersey, the bid is up to $725. That's a popular one early on. Steve Pierce $375. David Lowe $301. Somebody upped the bid by $1. That's funny.
The price is right.
And a bouncer. That's a fair ball, knocked down by Machado, and he's not going to have a play. I think Manny expected that ball to bounce up into his glove, and it didn't.
It actually may have bounced a little bit high.
Too high.
Well, he went down there. He got his eyes behind it. Ends up kicking up and catching him off the heel of the glove. Now he's made some really nice plays in this ball game, but the late kick up there eats Manny up.
And Manny's 5th error of the year. Martin Maldonado, the catcher. And the fastball for a strike. And another strike. So it's quickly 0-2.
Sometimes you can catch hitters kind of thinking too much. Gilmet throughout this inning has really mixed in all of his pitches. Here, a couple quick fastballs to get ahead.
And he got him. Knocked down by Hundley. He'll have to play at the first, and he does. So Gilmet comes on. And he retires aside a couple of Ks. Here are the Orioles due up. Brought to you by Mazda, Cruz, Hardy, and Hundley in the 7th. Action. It's the series finale. Bud Norris will be Madison 2 begins at 7:30 with those extra presented by Dodge, followed by game coverage at 8 o'clock. We've got all the access you need right here on Madison. Bud Norris now 3-4 with a very impressive ERA of 3.83, and Yovani Gallardo 2-3 despite a 3.51 ERA. So Norris and Gallardo in the finale tomorrow. Brewers are hoping for a rubber game. The Orioles are hoping to come back and win this one and make it 2 straight wins in the series. Matt Garza now at 92 pitches as he begins the 7th. The Orioles with a 2-run 6th after the Cruz home run in the 5th get back in it. Nelly's home run is Major League leading 17th, led off the 5th.
Yeah, he got on a pretty tough pitch down and away from Garza. Gets that full extension, drops the head. Great direct bat path to the ball. Smokes it to deep center field.
Well, the Orioles looking to continue to get to Garza here. They scored 2 runs in the 6th, and it was a 5-batter inning.
Well, this offense, one of the most dangerous offenses in the game. You get a guy on, and everybody in the lineup has power potential. I saw their ability in last night's ball game to come back, so they never say die.
Will Smith, one of the 2 left-handers in the Milwaukee bullpen, getting loose. Ooh, borderline call there, 1-1. Cruz thought he had 2-0, and DJ Rayburn thought better of it. Garza 9-1 in his career against the Orioles. And a good take again for ball 2. So the majority of that time when he was with Tampa Bay. Ball 3. Tell you what, the last couple of innings, Mike, the Orioles have had some real good patient at bats. Early in the game, he was getting ahead with strikes and forcing them to be aggressive, but not so the last 2 innings.
Yeah, showing some real good patience.
And there's ball 4. So the leadoff man is on. Second straight inning, Garza has walked the first batter, and that gets the tying run to the plate.
Yeah, it's tough to have good patience when a pitcher is around the zone. On the last inning, the Delman Young leadoff walk was his first walk given up in the ball game, and now here the second one to Cruz. So good job here in the last 2 innings, fighting to get a runner on.
All right, so here's J.J. Hardy. He's gone 252 at-bats since his last home run, which was on September 6th of last season. He represents the tying run. If there was ever a spot to break that drought, it's right now.
Well, the way he's been swinging it here the last couple weeks, I mean, it just seems like he is all over pitches. Now it's just a matter of getting a little extra carry, because a couple of doubles he hit yesterday certainly hit hard enough to get out of the park, but just too much on a line.
Swings for a breaking ball there, and it's 0-2 on J.J. J.J.'s got an 8-game hitting streak going, and he's batted .344 in the month of May. He's got Cruz at first and nobody down. Center field, Gomez is there. He's got to play. And Hardy's retired for the first out. 1 away in the 7th. Cruz gets back to first. Voting for the All-Star game is underway at Orioles.com/voteorange. You can vote for your favorite Orioles up to 35 times with each email address. Plus, all fans who vote at least 25 times and select the O's as their favorite team will receive a voucher good for $10 off any box seat or $5 off any reserve seat for one of the 3 games against the Angels, July 29th through the 31st. One lucky fan who votes 35 times will also win a 2014 All-Star Game jersey autographed by the Orioles All-Stars. So get online, Orioles.com/vote-orange today. Hundley double play ball. Segura throws it past Weeks, and everybody's safe. Oh, what a break for the Orioles. Instead of a possible inning-ending double play, the tying runs are on with 1 down.
Well, nice job just gloving this ball. Ball hit hard with the backhand flip. Pulls Weeks off the bag on the inside of the infield. Hundley the smashed one hopper. Had a lot more time. Just got a little nonchalant there, and Garza a little upset about that potential double play ball being booted.
And here comes the skipper, Ron Renicky, out. Garza certainly does not want to leave this game. You saw his displeasure at the error. For Segura, it's his 7th error of the year, and he's going to stay in. So let's see now if the Orioles can take advantage of this. Instead of a possible inning-ending double play, Weeks still would have had to throw to first to get Hundley. The Orioles have the tying runs on and 1 down for Jonathan Schoop. Schoop 1 out of 2 with a single his first at bat. Now a 4-game hitting streak.
Let's see the numbers with runners in scoring position. That .324 batting average. Jonathan Schoop really tightens up the focus. He has runners on base. Steve Pearce waiting on deck.
And a good eye for ball 2.
A couple tough pitches down at the bottom of the zone.
Let me ask you, as a former player, how far does the 3-hit game yesterday take Jonathan Schoop in terms of relaxing him?
Oh, it's tremendous. Hitting is all about confidence. You know, it really is. There aren't many times when there are mechanical flaws to a hitter's swing. It's usually between the ears.
Weak ground ball towards short. Segura has one play. It's the first. He gets Schoop. And 2 men down, but the runners both move up. So the tying runs in scoring position now with 2 down in the 7th. And Steve Pearce will come off the bench and pinch hit for Gilmet. Showalter updating his lineup card. Pearce has never faced Matt Garza. Base hit here could tie the game. And ball 1. Pearce in his last 6 games batting at a .389 clip with a couple of ribbies. And he's batting .327 in May, so he's had a good month. And again, he's another guy with sometimes sporadic playing time. He did play the last 2 days with Chris Davis away from the team, but Chris is now back.
Yeah, really his whole career. Used to coming off the bench, spot starts every now and then. But he has learned how to prepare himself. Put together quality bats, and he's done that for the Orioles in his playing time this season.
Garza falls behind him 2-0. Ball 3. What a patient at bat here. You know, you're sitting there all night. You're wondering when you're going to get in. You assume you're going to get in with the National League rules and the pitcher spot coming up every 9 turns. And so what does he do here? Ryan Webb getting ready to come on. Does he get the green light?
Well, I think he's going to get the green light, but I don't know that Garza's going to pitch to him.
He got the green light, line drive, and a foul ball down the line. Oh, he just missed it.
Wow. Pretty impressive getting on that fastball there. 3-0 green light, just foul down the left field line. Pierce wants it. I think he knows it's going to hook foul. He got out in front of it, ended up carrying the bat all the way with him.
Yeah, 108 now.
Yep, that pitch count getting up. He wants to stay in the ball game.
Second and third and 2 down. Orioles with a chance to get back even. Deep left field down the line. Will it stay fair? That is a home run. That's out of here. And the Orioles have the lead. Steve Pearce comes off the bench. A 3-run shot, and the Orioles have come all the way back and lead it 6-5.
A great at bat by Steve Pearce, laying off 3 real tough pitches. Garza says, what the heck, I'm going to attack him. And Pierce makes him pay. Keeping that ball fair down the left field line. Impressive bat.
So that error might very, very costly. The extra out, the extra base runner, and the Orioles now have the lead. How about the bench tonight? Delmon Young, a 10-pitch walk. He scored in the 6th. And Steve Pearce, a 3-run home run in the 7th.
The only walks in the ballgame Garza's given up have proved to be very costly. Take a look now. Steve Pearce, a student of the game. He's seen this 2-seam fastball. Garza's been working to the right-handed hitters, but he pulls the hands in tight. Garza wants it to go foul, but it stays straight. Great swing by Steve Pearce.
And it's low. Dennis Roberts having a nice night. Now up to $1,500. He was our Maryland Lottery home run contestant of the night. So Cruz and Pierce have homered.
You know your swing is right when that ball doesn't go foul. It stayed pretty true right down the left field line.
And how about our Lexus of Towson drive of the game, Markakis in the 6th inning as the Orioles chip back in it.
Yeah, he got on an inside fastball, 92 miles an hour off the bat of Markakis. Delmon Young running a little stutter step at third. Bobby Dickerson sends him in. Markakis standing on second base with a big double.
The drive of the game brought to you by Lexus of Towson, the area's #1 Lexus dealer. Come see why at lexusoftowson.com. Of course, the double by Markakis really started the Orioles' comeback. Cruz got him on the board with a home run in the 5th, but then it was 5-1. Well, Markakis then doubled the drive in the run. That made it 5-2. He was in scoring position. Machado sacrificed him. Jones got him in on a sac fly, and all of a sudden the Orioles back within 2.
Yeah, real good inning all the way around. That 6th inning. Started off with that incredible bat by Delmon Young.
2-2 on Nick. In the first 4 innings in this game, Garza faced 1 over the minimum, and he allowed only 1 hit. And the error by Segura in this inning, huge for Milwaukee, and the Orioles taking advantage of the extra opportunity.
Well, a young player. We've seen him make some special plays here in this series so far. A couple beautiful plays in the hole, but a little nonchalant on the backhand feed.
Slow roller towards second. Weeks picks it up. Garza gets over, safe, and Garza drops the ball. That'll be a base hit. That ball was trouble. Now Lucroy is playing first base. He's normally a catcher. A more experienced first baseman might have gotten to that ball and made it a shorter throw.
Yeah, this is why the Orioles play the defense where they want Chris Davis to not go after that baseball. A lot of confusion here. Tough for pitchers to make this play. You see Weeks coming in, LaCroix coming in, and then all of a sudden it's a foot race, and Weeks has to fire it over, handcuffing Garza.
So Markakis with a hustle base hit. Ron Renicky is out to make a pitching change, and he's making a double switch. And Garza's day will be done. So boy, has this turned for Milwaukee and in favor of the Orioles. Garza leaves. The Orioles have 1 on, 3 in, and a 6-5 lead. Very, very upset. And of course, the error in this inning, very damaging for him and his line. So he goes 6 2/3, only 5 hits, 6 runs, 3 are unearned. The 3 runs this inning. He allowed a couple of walks, 9 strikeouts. Both walks, by the way, scored. And he is responsible for Markakis on at first base.
And now Will Smith coming in from the Brewers bullpen. 26 games this year. He had earned run average .40. 22 2/3 innings of work with 32 strikeouts, 11 walks. Bonus inning just 200 overall. Lefties at 129, righties up a little bit at 241. But a real good fastball, 4-seamer and 2-seamer. Works at low to mid 90s. Good slider, curveball, and changeup. He likes to use them all. The changeup is the pitch that you won't see as often. Fastball, slider dominant, and the occasional curve.
Jonathan Lucroy goes from first base to behind the plate. Martin Maldonado is out of the game. Lyle Overbay is in at first base, so the double switch. Maldonado made the last out of the 6th. Steve Pearce's 3-run home run has given the Orioles the lead, so Smith will bat 8th and Overbay 9th in the Milwaukee lineup. And Manny Machado is the 7th Oriole to come up as Markakis is chased back. Nick with a 2-hit game, his 20th multi-hit game of the year. And he takes a breaking ball for a strike. Manny laid down a sacrifice bunt in the 6th. He may have done that on his own, and it helped lead to a run. So a very unselfish, good team at bat for Machado. What a game. The Orioles, Mike told you earlier about all the runs they're scoring in road games. Even down by 5-0, you still felt like this team was in the game.
Yeah, you really did. I mean, they're not going to give up. They're not going to give away at bats. They're going to keep communicating about the starting pitcher and how to get to him. Saw Nelson Cruz really getting things going with the solo home run. But, you know, good focus by some veteran hitters to ignite some big rallies. That big base on balls by Delman Young was huge. And then, of course, Markakis has been so consistent. Adam Jones getting the sacrifice fly, but Nelson Cruz came back here in the 7th with that leadoff walk. So really good stuff from this Orioles offense all the way through.
And the count 1-2 on Manny. And he's got a 9-game hitting streak on the line. So as a runner on at first, as the O's now with the lead look for some insurance. And a good take there, and it's 2-2. Well, what a game baseball is. I mean, for 4 innings, the Orioles absolutely could not touch Matt Garza. Of the first 12 outs, he struck out 7, and they had 1 base hit, a scope single. And the Cruz home run in the 5th broke the ice. And then they got 2 in the 6th and 3 unearned here in the 7th. Outside, 3-2, and Smith staring at DJ Rayburn.
Yeah, it's hard to take the winds out of the sails of this Orioles offense. They're not going to give up, and they're going to keep battling through. Now the Orioles are hoping, with this burst of offense here in the middle part of this ball game, that it kind of shuts down the Brewers offense. Of course, with the help of the Orioles bullpen to really shut them down as well. But pretty demoralizing last 2 innings for the Brewers. A couple, of course, that big error that could have got him out of the inning, but tough play by Weeks as well.
Markakis goes on the 3-2, and it's fouled back. Now there's another storyline here that all of a sudden is developing. The Orioles get the lead here in the 7th. The pitcher of record is now Preston Guillemette, who has never won a major league game. He right now is the pitcher of record on the winning side if the Orioles hold this lead. And there is Preston. He is now 9 very anxious outs away from his first big league win.
Well, for as well as he's pitched, he should get some sort of accolades.
Slowly towards short. Segura gets it to first just in time to get Machado, and the inning ends. But what an inning for the Orioles. A big error by Milwaukee, and Steve Pearce off the bench. A 3-run pinch hit home run, and the Orioles are in front 6-5. And may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles.
Well, here we are, 6-5 ball game in the bottom of the 7th inning. Orioles 5 hits, Brewers 7 hits, both teams with 1 error, and Ryan Webb now comes into the game. 22 games this season, 3.43 earned run average, 19 strikeouts with the 5 base on balls. He's pitched really well last 20 games. Just a 1.93 earned run average, holding opponents to a 238 average. Lefties hitting 250, righties down to 232. Working the 2-seam fastball, getting some sink run action on that, and then that sweeping slider really settling in, finding his groove here recently. Here's a look at Ryan Webb's pitch arsenal. At fastball 58% of the time, the slider 36% of the time, and the occasional changeup at 6%. Pretty consistent fastball slider pitcher, though. Is that 3/4 sidearm type arm angle. He's a big kid too. Tough to pick up.
And he's pitching with the consistency that the Orioles expected. As in his last 9 games, Mike, he's allowed just 1 earned run. So an ERA of 0.93 in his last 9 games. They face Overbay, who came on in the defensive switch, his first at bat. He started yesterday and had a nice game. He was 1 for 2 with a home run, and he walked 3 times. And there's a strike, 0-1. So the home run by Pierce, the pinch hit home run, it's the Orioles' first pinch hit home run of the year. And for Steve, his 4th. And the Orioles, once down 5-0, now lead at 6-5. This Milwaukee team, they love hitting at home, so they are far from out of this game. Down by a run in the 7th. Ron Renick's team, they've gone 10-14 in May after going 20-8 in April. They began the year 8 above at 10-2, and they're still 8 above. One and 2 on the swing and a miss.
Good pitch right there. Good location. Well executed. When you talk about hitters, do 3 hits, give a hitter confidence. Well, just 1 hit typically can give a hitter some confidence. And the same holds true with pitchers. When they get a shutout inning, or they're successful, they feel good. They feel confident when they step on the mound.
Overbay down on strikes and 1 away.
Good pitch right there from Ryan Webb. Steady diet of pitches away. And this slider works to the inner third, picking up that corner. Overbay just swinging over the top. You see the rotation right there. And that late bite at the end gets Overbay to swing and miss right over the top of the baseball.
Now 1 down. In the first 4 innings in this game, the Brewers' leadoff man reached in all 4. And 2 of those were solo home runs leading off the inning. But in the last 3 now, the Orioles pitchers, Chen in the 5th, Gilmet in the 6th, and now Webb in the 7th, have retired the leadoff man. And each time it was a strikeout to begin the inning. And a bunt, pretty good one, and they're never going to get it. Segura is on with a bunt single. Well, he's an exciting player.
It doesn't get much better than that. About as well placed as you can put it. Now he's butting against the Platinum Glove winner. We've seen him make a beautiful bare hand play, but even Manny Machado says, "Wow, I can't do anything with that." And take a look. Pretty good footwork right there. Nice angle. Establishes the angle early. Good touch.
But Ryan Braun now, 2-hit game. He has singled and scored double and has struck out. So Webb now will try to get a sinker on the ground to get a double play ball and end the inning. Brewers love hitting in their home ballpark. There's the bouncer to third. Machado to Scope. Back to first. There's a double play. 5-4-3, and there goes the bunt single. And there go the Brewers in the 7th. So the Orioles turning another play, the top fielding team in the American League. 2 Oriole fans on the road, they're enjoying it. And, yep, do not admit that guy to the Orioles dugout. Nick Markakis with an RBI double. Cruz has a home run. And the Orioles getting a 3-run pinch hit home run from Steve Pearce to get the lead. Hank the dog, he's not happy. Well, he's happy he got adopted. And maybe time to cook those brats a little more. So the Orioles do ups by Honda, Jones, Davis, and Cruz. Coming up here now looking for some insurance. The Brewer dog, Hank, he was abandoned, and they found him in spring training, and the club adopted him, brought him home from spring training, and found a family in Milwaukee that took him. Wasn't that a great story?
That is. That's great.
Really nice gesture by the Brewers as an organization to save that puppy.
Yeah.
Rescue dogs are the best. I got 2 of them at home.
Yeah. You know,
all they want to do is love you. That's what's great.
I was in spring training one time, and there was a dog running around on the field down in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I actually brought it into Tony La Russa, and he kept it, and he named it Reservation. It was on the reservation down there, and he actually named it Rez.
Well, Tony is very big in animal causes. There's a big charitable foundation, and the local ASPCA here getting a lot of donations since Hank came to Milwaukee. Jones to right center field. And Braun calls off Gomez and one away in the 8th. So Jones 0 for 3 does have an RBI and a sac fly. Fans, you can follow every Orioles game all season long with MLB.com at bat right there on your favorite mobile phone or tablet. At Bat brings you baseball wherever you are. Live look-ins, instant replays, scores, stats, highlights. You get audio, the free MLB.tv game of the day, classic games, and much more. So download that award-winning MLB.com at bat. Go to the App Store or visit Orioles.com today, and you can see a Steve Pearce 3-run pinch hit home run right there on your phone. That really is a good app. I use it every day.
No, I know. I love it. My kids love it. I have a 7-year-old that is already passionate about baseball, and he always goes and checks out the scores and highlights, some of the great plays.
Now, you know I'm sentimental, and I just feel that Chris Davis is going to do something big tonight for his new daughter. He's 0 for 3 so far. His first game back since the birth. Ooh, that's not fair. 0-2.
Good breaking ball right there.
You know, just put some pressure on him.
Hey man, he's probably putting pressure on himself.
Reverse karma. I think Jill's yelling at me now in Baltimore. Good take outside.
Well, the beauty of having kids and playing baseball is, especially young kids, when they get a little bit older, they can be a little nasty. But young kids, they appreciate you for whatever you do. If you strike out or you hit a home run, they don't. It doesn't matter to them.
Off the end of the bat, Gomez was real deep. He'll get in on it, and he's got it for the out and 2 down in the Oriole 8th. Smith did a good job there. He kept Chris off balance. So he's retired all 3 he's faced since coming on. And here's Nelly, who got the Orioles on the board. They trailed 5-0 in the 5th. He led off with a solo home run. His major league leading 17th. And here's a strike. Well, the All-Star voting was announced today for the first time, and here's how it's going so far. Nelly's holding his own against David Ortiz for the DH spot. And voteorioles.com/voteorange. And get behind your Orioles. And Buck Showalter, talking with the media before the game, was very impressed that so many Orioles got so many votes, because the Orioles have played so few games at home, just 23. But because 2 years ago they were a playoff team, and a lot of the players now are known nationally, they're getting votes from national fans. Cruz to the gap in right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and it's going to bounce against the wall, and Cruz will head to second base with a 2-out double. So Nelly with another multi-hit game. And how about this? Matt Wieters is on the disabled list, yet he's leading by plenty for the All-Star voting in the catchers category.
Oh, great Gold Glove catcher, All-Star catcher. And fans appreciate the work that he has done. Of course, they want him back behind the plate, but No, it's a popular vote as well. I love what he's doing, and he got off to a fabulous start for the Orioles before the injury.
There's J.J. Hardy 0 for 3. Breaking ball is in there for a strike 0-1. J.J.'s got an 8-game hitting streak on the line. Darren O'Day not getting loose to pitch the 8th. J.J. with a chance to pick up an RBI. The Orioles get an add-on run with Cruz at second and 2 down. Upstairs with the fastball, 1-1.
Nelson Cruz out there getting a big secondary lead. He knows the importance of this potential tack-on run out there. 2 outs in the ball game. He's hopping off there aggressively.
And strike 2. In that all-star voting, Mike Trout has more votes than anybody, and Derek Jeter has a huge lead at shortstop. If this is last season, a lot of sentimental votes, and the New York fans getting out their vote to make sure Jeter starts.
No, I don't think it's just the New York fans that are voting for Jeter. He's well respected throughout the country.
Cruz is going to move up to third as that ball bounced in there.
Yeah, why not? I mean, he was getting a great secondary lead out there. He can see the pitch, has a good vantage point. And he was off and running, not even contested here. Smith with the breaking ball, bounces out in front, gets away from LaCroix, but Cruz was already halfway down there. I mean, LaCroix knew that he wasn't going to have a chance. Good base running from Nelson Cruz.
Two and 2 on Hardy. Ground ball, Overbay has it. He'll go to the bag unassisted. So wide of the bag was Overbay, and Hardy hits it right at him. So a double and a man left. Led to the bottom of the 8th. Darren O'Day coming on for the O's to protect the 1-run lead.
Inning. Steve Pearce, the big 3-run home run in the 7th. The Orioles bullpen, 2 innings pitched, just the 1 hit, no runs allowed. Orioles have the lead going into the bottom of the 8th inning, 6-5. We got 6 hits, and the Brewers have 8, 1 error apiece. Darren O'Day now into the ball game, 21 games, 2-0 record this season, .90 earned run average. That's the 2nd best earned run average in the league for relievers. Couple saves on the year for Barron. .217 opponent batting average. Lefties hitting .292 and the righties way down to .178.
Well, O'Day has been on a roll as well. Webb, 1 earned run in now his last 10 games with a scoreless inning tonight. O'Day has allowed just 1 run in his last 13 games. So his job is to keep this a 1-run game to the 9th. And hand it over to Mr. Britton.
Some different looks here for the Brewers hitters. With Wei Chen with the start. And then Preston Guillemette comes in, throwing over the top. Way over the top with that funky delivery. And Ryan Webb, and now Darren O'Day, the Submariner.
So here is Lucroy, started at first base, now catching. And he'll take a strike. Lucroy on the night is 0 for 3. And against Darren O'Day, he has 1 hit and 2 trips. You get into these interleague games, unless it's against your rival like the Nationals, and there's not a lot of head-to-head competition between the pitchers and the hitters. And Day gets ahead 0-2. Chen went 5 innings, charged with all 5 runs. Buck Showalter then pinch hit for him. Guillemette a scoreless 6th, Webb a scoreless 7th, and now Buck has O'Day in the 8th. Nothing in 2 on Lucroy. And a base hit down the line. He went right with it down the line. Markakis running it down, and heading to second is Lucroy, and a leadoff double. Wow. Davis was wide of the bag, and he hit it right past him down the line on an 0-2 pitch.
21st double of the season. This one way up at the top of the zone. This is his rising fastball, and LaCroix really staying on top of it well. Just fights it off and works it right down the right field line. Kind of gets hung up down there in the corner, and he walks into second base for his 21st double of the season.
So the tying run in scoring position, leading off in the 8th. And here is Carlos Gomez, who hit a 3-run home run in the first to give Milwaukee an early lead. Since then, he has struck out twice. Well, that's just unlucky there for O'Day. Lucroy's just trying to protect 0-2, and he serves it right down the line for a double as Gomez with a big healthy cut fouls it back. 1 for 6 runners in scoring position for Milwaukee. The Orioles 1 out of 3.
Well, the swing that Gomez just had on that rising fastball, that was pretty much the same pitch that LaCroix hit, but with 2 strikes, LaCroix really stayed short and was able to get on top. See Brad Brock and Brian Mattis down in the Orioles bullpen.
And a bunt that he missed it. And it's 0-2 on Gomez. That's not a bad idea, but he missed it. Machado playing back, not expecting that.
Yeah, it looked like he was actually trying to push this to the right side of the field, but the good slider from Darren O'Day just works its way right off the end of the bat.
And another 0-2 count. Outside, he doesn't chase. The Brewers in this game have gone 3 up, 3 down only once. Wei Chen got him in order in the 5th. A ball and 2 strikes on Gomez. Pop-up foul wide of first. Davis over, hoping for a play. Reaches up, and he misses it. It hits on the facade of the stands.
A tough chance right there by Chris Davis. Good pitch by Darren O'Day. Ball really not high enough for Davis to get over there and get himself under it. So he makes an attempt just to reach out. Ends up knocking a beer over. That's too bad.
Well, Gomez has life. That was just out of the reach of Davis. Scope trying to keep Lucroy, the tying run, close at second base. And a ground ball right back to O'Day. He looks Lucroy back, gets it to first, and one down. Saw it off the bat. And Gomez cannot advance the base runner. Big out for O'Day and one down.
Oh, what a pitch from Darren O'Day. A couple of real good sliders away. You know Gomez was thinking about that, trying to protect that outside corner, and this ball just takes off up and in. It's all in the kitchen. Darren O'Day, nice play, taking his time, checking McCoy back at second base to pick up that first out.
Ron Renicky now is going to his bench. Scooter Gennett will pinch hit for Ricky Weeks. We've got a lefty up there against O'Day.
You see the lefties now have good numbers, and Buck Showalter says the heck with it. I'm going to walk and put him on, get that double play in order.
So he is walking the go-ahead run to set up the chance for a double play and get the righty-righty matchup.
Never stops thinking.
That is confidence in your pitcher.
Well, he's always prepared. He knows how the matchups are going to go. We'd like to see his pitcher's face.
And there's ball four, and Gennett will take first. The left-handers have batted .292 against O'Day. Right-handers just .178 coming into this inning. The right-handers 1 for 2 in the inning with the Lucroy double. Here's Chris Davis. Solo home run in the 4th inning. He's also grounded out and flied out. So Lucroy the tying run at second. Gennett the go-ahead run at first. One down in the 8th with the Orioles leading at 6-5. A hot hitter at the plate. He's got a 6-game hitting streak going with that home run tonight. And O'Day turns and looks Lucroy back. It was not a balk. He turned and looked.
Yeah, that's a great play by Darren O'Day. Now, I don't think his intention was to pick LaCroix off. I think his intention was just to shorten him up a little bit. Let him know that he's thinking about him. He's aware he's out there. Doesn't want him extending his lead. I mean, a half a step can make a difference.
Swing and a miss, 0-1. Davis has never faced O'Day, so this is a little bit of a different look.
And the slider here, you see him stop. There's a hesitation, and the hip kind of gives a little too soon, and he pulls off the slider. It was a great look from Darren O'Day. The slider away, that front hip flying, and just can't get to it.
And another swing and a miss, 0-2.
But what makes Darren O'Day so good is his ability to locate with the slider. Perfectly placed pitch. Great angle here. The rotation, this is exactly what the hitter is seeing. How do you keep the front side closed on that pitch? If it leaks a little bit, you got no chance. And a couple swing and misses there on the slider.
Just outside. After that swing and a miss for strike 2, Davis looked at DJ Rayburn and said, "Was that a strike?" He had no idea where it ended up.
Right.
And 1-2 on Davis. First and second, one down in the 8th. And then foul back.
Good try. Top of the zone, but a little risky. You can see him, that front side leaking a little bit. Davis wants to do some damage. All 3 pitches. That front side's giving way early. So that outside corner's opened up, and you got to believe he's going to expand a little bit with 2 strikes.
Yeah, and he has the advantage that it's 1-2, so he could miss twice and still have Davis up there. 1-2 the count. First and second, and one down. And then he won't chase that one. 2-2. Frankie Rodriguez, number 57. And Tyler Thornburg getting loose. So Rodriguez is ready just in case Milwaukee gets the lead here, and he'd come out to try to earn the save. If not, it'll be Thornburg. 2-2 on Chris Davis. The Brewers, Chris Davis. Outside, ball 3.
He's expanding. He's getting it off there just a little bit too far. And all those pitches, now they're missing a foot off the plate. You see the pitch track. All the green circles are balls, and those are way off. But Davis is, even on those pitches, that front side is flying open. So he does not feel comfortable right now off Darren O'Day. I'm thinking another slider on the plate away. Potentially get him with the first 2 strikes.
And he walked him. So got ahead 0-2, and he couldn't put him away. And now the tying run is at third, and the go-ahead run in scoring position at second. That was some at bat by Chris Davis there, as O'Day got way ahead at 0-2, and he lost it.
He just didn't get the last 3 pitches close enough to the plate. A little too far. He wanted to swing.
Reynolds a solo home run in the second. He's also singled and reached on an error. And you see against O'Day 3 out of 5, including a home run. Lucroy, Jeanette, and Davis third to first with 1 down. Fastball's too tight. Infield set up for a double play on a ground ball. And a swing and a miss.
Well, that was a really good 2-seam sinking fastball. Here's where Mark Reynolds has hit his home run. That fastball in the inside corner from Wei Yin Chen. Now he's working him away pretty consistently, but he somehow was able to pull his hands in there and get to a pretty good fastball on the inside corner.
And 1-2 on the swing and a miss.
A couple good fastballs from Darren O'Day. Working all over the place, kind of getting in Mark Reynolds' head a little bit. First pitch inside with the fastball. Next one down and away, and that one up in the zone. Once again getting ahead though of the Brewers hitters.
Well, Chase 2-2. Well, this is the big pitch. You did not want to go 3-2 with the bases loaded and the tying run 90 feet away. O'Day has already thrown 23 pitches in this inning. Hard hit ball caught by Machado at third. Oh my goodness. Reynolds can't believe it. He throws the bat down in disgust. That ball was headed for the corner and Manny gloved it.
Yeah, he got on this offering here, but look at the reaction. Manny gets the feet active, and then it's just a quick reaction play. Throws that glove up there, those long arms, able to snag it. That was extra bases all over it with the bases loaded. More than one run would have scored. Everybody on the bench, they wanted it down the line.
Well, the pinch hitter for the pitcher, Logan Schaefer, has been announced. So we're going to get a pitching change here. Brian Mattis comes on. O'Day leaves. Bases loaded, 2 down in the 8th.
Machado, a nice play there, and he's made some good ones in this ball game. The bunt attempt, take a look at the Platinum Glove winner of last year. Bare hand play here, nice drop step, gets his eyes behind the ball, and of course that cannon for an arm, and right there the nice snare off the bat of Mark Reynolds with the bases loaded. Keep this ball game in check. Really flashing the leather today. Brian Mattis now in the ball game. 22 games this season, 2.65 earned run average, 12 Ks and 9 walks in his 17 innings of work. Opponents hitting 273, lefties at 250, and the righties up to 294.
Well, Irving Falou will pinch hit for the pinch hitter Schaefer. Ron Renick wants a righty up there. Falou is a switch hitter. With 2 down, and there's a strike on 1. This leaves just one player on the bench for Milwaukee. It's Herrera, the switch hitter. Lucroy's at third. Jeanette is at second. Davis is at first, and now 2 down. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Good fastball from Brian Mattis. Brian Mattis, a lot of weapons. Former starter, got the big breaking ball, change up. Good fastball. He can get it up over 90. Good pitch there, but he's touched 93, 94.
And doesn't chase. 1-2. Falou was just called up from the minors yesterday. He has 1 out of 2 in his career against Mattis. He spent time with Kansas City. He made the final out in the game yesterday, bouncing into a double play in the 10th. Outside, 2-2. So twice he tried to get him to chase fastballs, but they were so far outside, Falou not even tempted.
Well, not bad, especially when you get ahead the way he did. Go ahead and miss off the plate, but now he's at a crucial time. Falou not chasing. Now he's got to come up with a big pitch.
Weak ground ball to second base. Scope has it, and he gets it to first, and the Orioles get out of it. A bases loaded jam, and Milwaukee doesn't score. Machado sparing that line drive, and Mattis gets out of it. Find Southwest Airlines fares online only at southwest.com. Nighttime baseball here in Milwaukee, and Manny Machado and J.J. Hardy smiling about it now as Manny stabbed that line drive that was smoked off the bat of Reynolds. Jeff, you've been over there. What do you have? Less time than that to make that play?
Yeah, you really do. I mean, it's just like you're a goalie in hockey. I mean, you get your feet down and boom, just quick reaction. Nice play there by Manny Machado. Tyler Thornburg now comes in out of the Brewers bullpen. 23 games this season, 2.55 earned run average, 24 strikeouts with the 14 base on balls in his 24 2/3 innings of work. Opponents hitting just 205 off them lefties. Not much luck at all at 118, and the righties at 259. He's got a good fastball, throws 90 to 95 miles an hour. Big curve and a change. Really likes the change up. Good arm sell. And he's been having some success out of this Brewers bullpen.
So you see the defense pretty deep in the outfield. Try to cut off a double as the Orioles now look for an insurance run to make it a little easier for Britton in the ninth. It'll be Hundley, then Scope, and then a pinch hitter for Mattis. Either Flaherty or David Lowe as Hundley fouls it back. Hundley involved in the biggest play of this game. A runner at first and one down. He had a ground ball to short. It looked like it was going to be an inning-ending double play. And Segura's throw to Weeks at second pulled him off the bag. Everybody was safe. That ball's going to get down for a base hit. Over to cut it off is Gomez. So a leadoff single by Hundley, and the Orioles hit for insurance, get their man on to begin the ninth.
Nice piece of hitting right there from Hundley. Of course, came up with the big hit in yesterday's ball game. That extra inning win. Nice job getting a leadoff runner on. The Orioles would love some tack-on runs here in the ninth.
Here's Jonathan, who has singled in 3 trips, extending his hitting streak to 4 in a row. Reynolds has come up a little close at third just in case Scope bunts. Ooh, high fastball strike. David Lowe's on deck to bat for Mattis.
I think in some ways Buck Showalter is not like Earl Weaver. Not a lot of bunting. I'm not saying Buck plays for the 3-run home run, but when you have a hitter with the ability of Jonathan Scope up there, especially after the 2 home runs in yesterday's ball game, give him a chance to swing it.
Oh, 0-2 the count. But Norris now on deck instead of Lowe, so if Scope gets on, you'd have a chance for Bunt to get 2 in the scoring position, and Bud is a very good bunter from his National League days with the Astros. And Buck Showalter did say that in these National League games on the road, he would not hesitate to use Bud in a situation if it came up like this. David Lowe is there just in case. If Scope doesn't get on, Lowe may come up, but for the moment Norris is on deck.
Always thinking, always has a plan, never caught off guard. Well, a prepared manager as there is in the game.
Signs over to Bobby Dickerson. These must be signed just for the base runner because Scope never looked at him. At least I hope that's the case.
2 strikes. I mean, I think Scope should get in the habit of looking down there all the time.
And he got him. Well, good fastball.
He can get that fastball up there in the mid-90s, and he just threw back-to-back 95-mile-an-hour fastballs. The first one up and away. Scope did a good job fighting it off. This one here up and in. Just takes off on him. I don't know that McCoy wanted it in that position, but man, tough to catch up to a 95-mile-an-hour heater up and in.
So Bud Norris will pinch hit, but Showalter will save one of his position players. He's got 3 men left on the bench: David Lowe, Ryan Flaherty, and Caleb Joseph. Ron Renicky has just Elian Herrera. And the bunt to the pitcher Thornburg. It's a good one. And the throw to first to get him at 2 down. So Norris does his job, and he got it done on 1 pitch.
Great job right there. Well executed. And there you go. His National League, coming up in the National League, learning how to handle the bat. Not easy to do after half a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Good position. Well executed.
High fives all around on the bench. I wish I had half his energy.
Yeah, he's intense.
I could probably get by with half of it. So Markakis with a chance for an add-on run. And off the end of the bat to center field. Gomez is there, moves in on it. And he's got it for the out. Well, here we go, fans. Buckle up. Bottom of the ninth coming up. Zach Britton comes on to try to earn the save. Orioles take a 6-5 lead to the bottom of the ninth. To break down after this one. Let's see. This was the tale of two games. It was 5-0 Milwaukee. Orioles had one base runner in 4 innings. And then, boom, here come the O's, and they now have a 6-5 lead. And they'll hand the ball to their closer, who is working for a 3rd consecutive day for the first time this year.
Yeah, looking for his 3rd consecutive save. 21 games this season, a 3-0 record. Look at that earned run average of .65. Opponents hitting just 161 off him. Lefties at 175 and righties at 151. He has been dominant, holding the best earned run average for all relievers this season. That short arm delivery, tough to pick up, and of course that great velocity at 95, 96 with the late movement in the zone. He's been using it effectively.
David Lowe is now in left field, the defensive replacement for Cruz. So Lowe will go into the number 5 spot in the batting order, and Britton will go into number 9. So Overbay will lead off. And then it's to the top of the lineup, Segura and Braun. So 3 threats against Britton this inning.
Orioles implementing the big shift on Overbay.
And a roller foul 0-1. Overbay pinch hit in the 7th and struck out. That at bat was against Ryan Webb. And the 0-1 is hit towards the middle and a base hit. Well, Overbay gets on, leading off in the 9th. Unbelievable. Now, Britton did work in 3 consecutive games one other time this year. May 4th through the 7th, but May 5th was a day off. So he didn't work 3 consecutive days as he is here. This is the first time this year he's doing that.
Yeah, he's being challenged right here. I mean, this is not easy. He threw 18 pitches when he picked up that save 2 days ago, and then 16 in last night's ball game. Well, it's pressure situations. And this is going to be a challenge for him.
And now you don't know what Segura's going to do. He's a great bunter. He's got a bunt hit in this game. He's 2 for 4. Will Ron Renicky play for the tie at home, or will he let Segura hit away to try to get 2 on leading off here in the 9th?
No, I got to believe he's going to bunt him. Manny Machado sneaking in at third.
Swing and a miss, 0-1. Good sinker.
No, that's not. And the odds are that he's going to hit a ground ball with that sinker. The only way a hitter is going to have a chance is if he elevates a pitch, and that's what he did to Overbay. He'll be able to stay on it and pick up that single. Down in the zone, it is impossible to square that pitch up.
One on Segura, the leadoff hitter. Showing bunt now. And he bunts it out in front of the plate. Gets in the way of it. And the throw to first to get him. He almost stepped on it. And Hundley made a real nice play there, not letting the runner Segura bother his concentration, and he gets his man.
And here's a look at the bunt. The bat head out in front there. He gets it down. Then there's a little cluster, and Segura steps over it, avoiding the baseball. Hundley takes his time, flips it on to Chris Davis to get that first out.
So the tying run is at second with 1 down. Milwaukee left the bases loaded in the 8th. Orioles are tempting fate here in back-to-back innings with the tying run in scoring position with 1 down. Milwaukee eventually loaded the bases and didn't score. Here's Ryan Braun, who was 2 for 4. One for 9 with runners in scoring position for Milwaukee.
And they've had a lot of opportunities here in the first 2 games of this series.
And it's low, 1-0. Ryan Braun has never faced. Herrera now is pinch running at second base for Overbay. More speed out there representing the tying run. And a bouncer past the mound, charging his scope. He'll get it to first and 2 down. And Jonathan there, Mike, taking his time, made sure he had a good grip on the ball and throwing to first.
Turned into a tough play for Jonathan Scope. Looked like it was going to be a pretty easy slow roller, but it looked like the ball kicked to his right, and he was able to keep that good concentration and secure the baseball. Actually make it look pretty easy.
So it's up to Lucroy. So the tying run is at third. Hundley will have to make sure anything that bounces. Remember, Britton has that real power sinker that he keeps in front of him. So the Orioles are not away from another uplifting win. It's not over yet. We saw yesterday 26 outs means nothing. And a strike. Well, that was a good pitch on the inside corner.
Good velocity, great movement. A cut fastball at 95 miles an hour. 300 setting down. Look at the movement there in the inner third. Touching that inside corner.
Well, he's been productive in these spots. Well, and a nice block by Hundley. That's what we're talking about. Now, Britton has not yet thrown a wild pitch on the year, but the way that ball moves, you really have to be aware.
Yeah, he really gets down, buries that glove. Good pickup. Good position. Nice play. Makes your pitcher feel good. You have a catcher that can really block balls, and the Orioles had some good ones. Of course, Matt Wieters, Gold Glove catcher, so good defensively.
Ball and a strike on Lucroy. And a bouncer slowly hit. Machado, it's going to be a tough play. He throws it. Safe at first base. And the game is tied. Lucroy got down the line. A swinging bunt ties the game.
And Manny playing back again to make that off-balance throw. Chris Davis has to come off the bag and try to slap Lucroy on the back, but can't get there. Lucroy hustling down the line.
The throw pulled Davis, and he couldn't tag him. So we are tied. Britton the blown save, and now he's got to try to get a tough hitter to get it to extra innings.
That ball kind of looked like it kicked to the right of Manny Machado as well, much like the one that did to Jonathan Scope.
And here is Carlos Gomez. Center field. Back out it is Jones. He's going to get there. And he has it for the out. But the damage is done. That leadoff single comes around to score on a swinging bunt. Britton made a great pitch. Lucroy put it in play. We are going extras in Milwaukee. Tomorrow, the finale here in Milwaukee. O's Extra presented by Dodge. We'll get it going at 7:30, and then Mike and I with you at 8 o'clock. Masson 2 tomorrow for the finale against the Brewers. And Milwaukee, with 2 outs in the ninth, gets that tying run in on a swinging bunt. So we go to the 10th, and the closer comes on for Milwaukee to try to keep this game tied.
Francisco Rodriguez. Now, the Orioles were able to get to him last night, spoiling his save opportunity, but he has converted 17 out of 19 opportunities. 2.42 earned run average with the 30 strikeouts, just 5 walks. Opponents hitting only 200 off from lefties, down to 174, and righties at 224. Still pretty good fastball, throws in the low 90s. It's a changeup. That's his best pitch. Great arm sell, a lot of arms and legs coming at you. That's his go-to when he gets ahead. He also has a curveball. Seen him try to start some hitters off with it. Jonathan Scope picked up that big solo home run on a first pitch breaking ball from Rodriguez last night.
Mark Reynolds moves over to first base from third, getting reacquainted with Wayne Kirby over there, his one-time coach. And Herrera, who pinch ran for Overbase, stays in the game at third. Manny Machado is 0 for 3. He's also laid down a sacrifice bunt. So we are tied at 6. Extra innings yesterday, extra innings today. And it's low, 1-0. And ball 2. Rodriguez staring in at DJ Rayburn. He thought that was a strike.
Bottom of the zone there. Didn't get the call. See the pitch track showing. Both pitches down below the box.
And then there's a strike. Looked like the same pitch. Maybe the stare got him a call.
All right. Manny gives him a look. Went right back down there. Let's take a look at the pitch track.
It's not even close.
Man.
It's on the chalk of the other box. And a foul back. 2-2. Adam Jones on deck. Chris Davis behind him. Machado trying to get on to begin this inning. 2-0 to 2-2. And a bouncer foul.
There's a look at the changeup. 4 fastballs to Manny Machado to get himself back into the count. There's a nasty change at 83 miles an hour at the bottom of the zone. Manny Machado just fighting to stay alive. Gets a piece of it. Look at Rodriguez's pitch arsenal. Use that fastball 55% of the time. The occasional breaking ball 14%. But look at the change at 31% of the time.
Inside, ball 3. What will he get here?
I would say a change.
It's a swing and miss pitch. Ground ball, diving stop by Herrera. He gets up and throws, and he got him. Herrera just into the game takes a double away from Machado.
Well, that ball will find you, and he is ready for it. He's playing tight on the line anyway. Just a step and a dive. Ends up making the play in foul territory. Right to his feet and a strong arm over to Reynolds. It's a good angle on it, too. Catches it deep. Pretty good play right there. Rodriguez loving the play. Reynolds giving some props on the end as well.
The Brewers are out of bench players. They've used all 5. Here's Adam Jones. Herrera was the last one to enter the game. He makes a fine play there to take a double away from Machado. There's the off-speed pitch, swinging a foul tip. And Steve Pearce's home run in the 7th inning gave the Orioles the lead, but Milwaukee scratches out a run in the 9th to tie it to force extra innings.
Good swing right there from Adam Jones. Pushing the fastball away.
The shame of the road save by Zach is the base hit that tied the game may have been his best pitch.
Yeah.
A swinging bunt, he topped it off. Hit it about 60 feet. Rodriguez ahead of Jones, 0-2. And he doesn't chase, 1-2. TJ McFarland getting loose for the bottom of the 10th. One and 2 on Jones, 1 out, nobody on. And again, he doesn't chase. Milwaukee in the bottom of the 10th will have Jeanette, Chris Davis and Mark Reynolds coming up. Rodriguez is trying to keep this game tied and give his team a chance for a walk-off win. All three.
Rodriguez threw a lot of pitches in last night's ball game, and Manny Machado worked a good at bat. And now here Adam Jones taking the count to 3-2.
This will be the 6th pitch to Adam after Manny saw 7. And he got it. He may have chased ball 4. He wasn't expecting that, and he swung through it.
A pretty good breaking ball here. Rodriguez had bounced a couple out in front of the plate, and this one gets a little bit deeper, but more on the plate. But look at the late bite down, and Adam trying to do all he can to get a piece of it. It's a little too much finish on that breaking ball from Rodriguez.
Here is Chris Davis, who is 0 for 4. He has struck out 3 times and flied out to center field. Ball 1. Adam did all he could to try to foul that off, and he just couldn't reach it.
Yeah, he got out there. He knew he'd already committed to the swing, and then you saw his legs try to go out there as well. Not enough to catch up with it.
2 outs and nobody on.
That is a Bugs Bunny changeup right there. He really pulled the string. 81 miles an hour. Look at the arm cell here. Just great arm speed, and arms and legs falling off hard to the first base side. And even though you know it's coming, just so hard to stay back on that pitch.
Down and in, ball 2. Hardy hoping for an at-bat this inning. Ball 3. David Lowe is in Cruz's spot now. He's on deck, and Hardy's behind him. David came on defensively, so he'll get his first at-bat if Davis keeps the inning going. And now they're going to put him on. How about this? On 3-1. They don't want to take a chance of him grooving one.
Yeah, not even taking a chance. Now Chris Davis, you know, that ability to expand the zone, power to all fields, and they say the heck with it. They'll just put him on first base. David Lowe hoping this is the time he really breaks out.
David was 0 for 6 on the homestand. Pinch ran yesterday. He's had just 4 hits and 28 at-bats in May. Lucroy out for a chat with Rodriguez. Lowe has only faced Rodriguez once. He is 0 for 1. Former teammates talking over there at first. Foul tip at the plate. Davis looked like he was going to run the second. He had such a big secondary lead, but the ball was tipped.
2 outs, wanting to get a good jump. We've seen a few runners score from first base in this series. I'd love to be another one.
A little bit low, 1-1, and again Rodriguez really shutting up the umpire. I'm amazed at how animated these pitchers get.
It was a good pitcher's pitch, but it was down in the zone. Probably talking to him as well.
Ball on a strike on low. Davis runs, and the pitch is hit weakly to second base. Fielding it is Jeanette, and he gets it to first, and that ends the inning. So the intentional walk and a man left will head to the bottom of the 10th. We're tied at 6 in Milwaukee. We go to the bottom of the 10th, tied at 6. The Brewers tying it with a run in the bottom of the 9th with 2 men down. And now we go to the 10th. And here's T.J. McFarland.
Yeah, T.J. McFarland's been in 5 games. Up and down this year with the Orioles. Spent some time in AAA. 5.23 earned run average. 10 1/3 innings of work. He has given up the 17 hits, though. 7 strikeouts and 4 base on balls. Really considered one of the long men out of the Orioles bullpen. T.J. had a great year with Buck Showalter last season. Made up some innings. He became so valuable in situations where a starting pitcher got knocked out early. He would come up and save the bullpen.
Ryan Flaherty's now in left field. Buck Showalter implementing a double switch here. So Flaherty will go into the number 9 spot in the batting order, which is due 4th in the 11th if the Orioles get there. And McFarland goes into the number 5 spot, vacated by Nelson Cruz and David Lowe. Caleb Joseph is the only player left on the bench. Milwaukee has no players left on the bench. Scooter Gennett pinch hit in the 8th and was walked intentionally. McFarland last worked on Saturday against Cleveland, gave up 3 runs in 2 1/3. And a roller on a check swing. Davis is there, 1 down on 1 pitch.
Gotta like that. Nice breaking ball. Sweeping slider. And Jeanette says, no, I don't want to swing at that, but too late. Bat head getting out in front.
The only reliever left in the bullpen is Brad Brock, who was up early in the game getting loose. Milwaukee has a lefty, Zach Duke, another lefty, Wei Chung Wang, and the righty, Rob Wooten, and the righty, Brandon Kinsler. They've used only 3 tonight. There's Brad with Don Cheedy, the bullpen coach. Chris Davis swings and misses 0-1. And a changeup on the first pitch.
Good one.
Milwaukee has had base runners in 8 of their 9 at-bats tonight. They went 3 up, 3 down in the 5th, which was Chen's last inning. They stranded the bases loaded in the 8th. They had bases loaded 1 down and didn't score. Bounce it past the mound. There's Scope. And Jonathan with that good arm gets it to Davis and 2 down. So a couple of groundouts by McFarland.
McFarland has that good ability, has a good 2-seam fastball. And that's his game plan, working down in the zone and ground ball pitcher.
So here comes Mark Reynolds, a former Oriole. He homered in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, reached on an error by Machado in the 6th, and then lined out with the bases loaded. And how about this? Home run power at the plate. Buck Showalter's going to put the winning run on with 2 men down and go after the batter on deck. Gallardo, a pitcher, is going to have to pinch hit because they're out of position players. It's the pitcher spot that is due next.
Yeah, he's starting in tomorrow's game.
So Buck Showalter would rather take his chances against the pitcher hitting than against Mark Reynolds, who with 1 swing could end the game. So this is the 4th different hitter in this spot. Schaefer was announced as a pinch hitter and never hit. Falou pinch hit for him, and the final out of the 8th with the bases loaded. Dave Wallace is out with McFarland. A scouting report on Gallardo.
He's got 1 hit this season. 1 for 14. But like we were talking about, these guys have had the reps. They swing. 8th season in the big leagues. So there is potential there, even though not quite as polished, obviously, as some of the position players, but they've seen a bunch of pitches. They've had their repetitions.
Inside, 1-0. Ball 2.
One thing you really don't want to do, though, is walk the pitcher in this situation.
Winning run at first with 2 down. Left center field. On the run is Flaherty, and that ball is against the wall and in play. Reynolds is heading to 3rd. He's going to score, and the Brewers are going to walk it off. Yovani Gallardo, the pitcher, comes off the bench and gets the game-winning hit, and a heartbreaking loss for the Orioles. After coming back from 5-0 down, they get a 6-5 lead. Britton, the blown save on a swinging bunt base hit, and the pitcher Gallardo gets the base hit off McFarland with 2 down to end it. What a tough loss for the Orioles after battling all the way back. So we invite you to join us tomorrow. Morrow's action, the series finale, now rubber game. It'll be Bud Yaris on the mound against Yovani Gallardo, who just got the game-winning hit. Our coverage begins at 7:30 on Matson 2 with those extra presented by Dodge, and then game coverage at 8 o'clock. And now for Mike Bordick and our entire crew, Jim Hunter saying so long from Miller Park. Our final score, the Brewers walk it off, winning it by the final of 7-6. Tonight's telecast, the Matson presentation, Tom and Rico's extra presented by PNC, comes your way right now.